Who knows what it's titled over on YouTube? Didn't even go check. Who cares?
Do you stream from OBS? Are you going to a restream, or do you go straight to Twitch?
Restream. That's what I used to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about Restream.
What the heck is it even called?
Wow. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was like, I knew.
Oh, there we go. Hey, that's us. We're there.
Something. Yeah.
At least you see us on the Twitter.
Is it still like left up for whatever it used to be?
Nope. This is us. Like, it looks like a Discord. It looks that slightly different.
Okay. Well, let's see if this works, Sean. Chat, let me know if it works.
Melon. Come on, Melon.
I don't have chat embedded, so I'll pull it up on my phone just to see if I can try and keep up with it. But yeah, I've been having issues all day with Melon, and this is kind of like a semi-recurring trend to the point now where I might be done with Melon. I'm sick and tired of fighting for something to work. Like, I gave them money; it should just work.
It should just work.
It should just work, and it does. And when it does, it's great. The problem is it doesn't always work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that doesn't happen often. But this will be interesting, trying to get Ryan Turford to piece this train wreck together.
I just kept recording the whole time.
That's why you keep. Oh, I stopped. That's why you get paid the big bucks, Ryan. But anyway, where were we, Sean? Sorry this happened.
I don't know. I think The Last of Us, maybe, or Father's Day, maybe.
Yeah. That's right.
I
was gonna
something like that.
Tell him because he said he likes The Last of Us 2 more than 1, and to me, it's not about that. Even though I do have feelings in that, I honestly, even if I really, really liked The Last of Us 2, that's not an experience I think I would like to do again. It's just,
yeah.
It's that kind of thing. It's nothing. That's not me throwing a stone at the game itself.
It's funny. I found myself listening to The Last of Us, like the original, a lot of spoiler casts recently, and I'm just like, golly, this game is special, and all the intrigue and the mystery and the what could happen next, and some of the content I was listening to was just as the sequel was being announced, and like what could be happening, and what's like, is Joel alive or dead, and all this stuff. Like, is he a ghost in that scene where Ellie's playing the guitar? All that stuff, all the questions were really interesting, and I feel like a lot of those questions are actually more interesting than the answers that we ended up getting, which is, I feel like, maybe a big topic in and of itself. Did we need it? Do we ever need a sequel? You know, in some cases we do. Perhaps he's a ghoul, says PS Trophy Room. Mr. Babbitt's in the house.
Smart.
Perhaps he's a ghoul, man. I mean, but anyway. Tons of games. I am overwhelmed. I'm actually like, I think sensorily way overwhelmed. Like, beyond. And this was I would say arguably like a light E3. This was like, okay, let's get back on track. A little rusty.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to buy and play all the games now. Like, I think that's why I like it so much. Like, ultimately where I end up is, okay, now I want to play all the games.
Sure.
And you and I were chatting about this before you went on vacation. I haven't even asked you this. Like, how are you? How was the vacation? Are you back? Are you vibing with games again? Where are you at, man, compared to where you were before?
Yeah, no, I think Ratchet really helped me. Like, it was really.
Oh yeah.
I'm really enjoying Ratchet a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, I took the vacation. I didn't play anything. Took the entire week off. You know, like, vacation was vacation, right?
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of, downtime and stuff like that. It was great. It was great. I got nothing greater. I've got nothing amazing to share or anything. Like, it was a lot of
like a vacation epiphany. Like,
no,
wow, it was really relaxing.
A lot of hot tub, a lot of sleeping. A lot of food.
Yeah.
We played
little golf.
Little golf. I played a little golf. It's the first time I hit golf balls in almost a decade.
Crushed them, man.
It's been so long since I played. It felt really good to do that. We were just, because I wanted to go to Topgolf, but we realized that Topgolf apparently in South Florida is like extremely expensive. Like,
is it
4 times more expensive than it is here? So I was like, F that noise.
Do they just have everything? What's the deal with that? I don't know anything about that.
I have no idea. Oh, Topgolf?
Yeah, like, what is it?
Oh, got you. So Topgolf is like this new kind of, new trendy driving range. Except when you go to the driving range, they have like, it's all like AstroTurf, and they have like targets out there, and it's all like digital. So they have like,
nice.
They'll track your ball. You can hit targets. You can play like Angry Birds, but like golf.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. It's really fun. And,
It's like what you'd see in Hot Shots, where everybody's golf, like actual like video game, but in real life.
100%. And like they have their own games. Like you hit targets and stuff instead of like playing real golf.
Yeah.
You know, so they have their own stuff. So it's really family friendly. It's real easy. Like if you suck at golf, like Top Golf is a really good time.
Nice.
They've got beer.
I mean, everybody
got drinks,
sucks at
they
golf.
got fries. They got food. You know, like it's fun.
Statistically speaking, most people suck at golf.
That's correct. Most
Like
people.
if there's like 1% of you that like make into the PGA or fraction of a percent, everybody else sucks. Dat Ninja Dev in the chat reminding me that Devolver happened this weekend.
Yeah,
like
it did.
I'm in this moment just trying to like wrap my head around all the stuff that we just like watched and listened to very intently, commented on, we reacted, and somehow Devolver, if you just asked me like what were the things you watched this weekend, I somehow would have probably forgotten Devolver happened.
I'm sorry, Dev. I wanted to get the show back on the road, so I threw something together quickly in OBS. I might be fucking done with Melon, dude. Like me and you are gonna have to get together and we have to figure out if there's something wrong on my end or that's it for Melon. Melon's giving me too many effing problems lately.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not hard because Lord knows like there's much harder things to do in life than stream about video games.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do this as much as we do and then constantly fight it. Like I did, I was with OBS and Restream for like 3 years and never had a problem. And then I'm Melon and I just have a problem like every fourth show. It just drives me nuts.
I would be the exact same way. Technology is the one thing where I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of patience for it just not working.
Yeah.
You know, if there's something clearly that I'm doing wrong, then I will have a kind of a crazy amount of patience for it. I'll be up until 2 a.m, like trying to figure out what am I doing wrong that I've got to tweak. But if it's on the other end and if I like can't really see that it's something that I could be doing wrong, nuts to it. And you know me, I want to give everything a chance. Yeah. I want to be like, maybe we'll hang on to it. Let's not make up our minds yet. But I would be in the exact same position as you.
Xbox
nuts to that.
Xbox, Nintendo, and Devolver brought it. They brought it hard.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah. And Devolver, I feel, you know, we talked about this a little bit too, but like Devolver did themselves a favor by like getting out of that 11 o'clock time slot or whatever it was that they had, like middle of the night kind of thing, which almost made them seem like, I don't know, optional or extra,
unnecessary,
or not part of it. Yeah. But they put themselves at a really good spot, and just I think that maybe they still kind of backed it off in a way, almost like Korn when they became popular. They're like they weren't quite as nasty as the first couple albums. Like they became radio friendly at a certain point, but they're still kind of heavy. It was kind of like that for Devolver. Like they weren't you know just maiming each other and
there wasn't buckets of
blood spewing. Yeah. But still like kind of pretty in your face.
Super edgy.
Like Devolver is great, and I just like the kind of the observations that you make watching something like that of like how they do it versus how everybody else does it. It's such a deep thing that you can really unravel like layer after layer. It's their commentary on it. It's them trying to be different from everybody else. It's a unique set of games that they've got to show.
It's a unique perspective. They dish hard. They dish hard at us even.
Yeah.
You know,
the people buying the games.
I don't think that's something too many people want to have, you know, said.
They sell you things during it.
Yep.
Sell you a VHS tape.
You still should have bought the damn suit.
The suit is.
You've let us all down.
Get over this suit.
You've let us all down.
Well, then what I've really done is manage expectations very poorly. If that's something that you think that I was actually going to do.
You're in
a $75 suit. I'm going to ask Chelsea how much this suit was. Because it's not
Sean,
500 American dollars.
Close your eyes, pick 3 things off the shelf behind you, and go get the damn Devolver suit. Do you hear this, man? He has a show Xbox. He has multiple show systems. They're just sitting there. And he's yelling at us about the cost of the suit. Come on.
This seems, maybe I need I need like a secret like MasterCard or something like that. Well, because like for every purchase I make, I kind of like, do I want to like talk about this again later?
There it is, Dev. Isn't there a Patreon level? Can't we get a suit up Capri?
I feel like we maxed out on Patreon. There's no going back to the levels we were at, and we're never reaching that ever again, dude. Are you kidding me? It was like a flash in the pan, total fluke. We're lucky and happy to have it, but yeah, that was overachieving at its best. And like maybe another Yumi Capri Day in a year or something. We can, I don't know. There's no more shows. We can't do any more shows.
That's it. Ain't that
we
the
have a
truth?
show every day.
Well, especially you have a show every day. That's oof.
No, between Ryan, like the Yumi Capri, if you're on Patreon and you're on the exclusive tier,
Oh, yeah.
you will get at least a show every day.
Yep. PSVG did that for about 2 or 3 years. That's where
That's
we were.
enough.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And that's a, yeah, I know. I don't know anything else that I could really, especially me personally, unless we start to like expand at this point, like, golly,
I couldn't
this
do
is
anything
enough.
else. I couldn't do anything
No.
else. I feel like I'm
No.
pushing at my limit at this point.
This is the extra. This is like the,
Yeah.
like more than we ever imagined we probably could
I got
do.
a
But
really-
that's the whole,
I got a really nice message from Elaine yesterday, just in the middle of
Aw.
everything that we were doing. She sent me a message. She was like, "Thank you for doing all the stuff that you're doing to wrangle E3." She said, I was
Yeah.
just like, "Thank you." I really
you're doing an
appreciate it.
excellent job. You really, really are. I will echo those sentiments. Like you're doing a really all of PSVG. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. I feel like I'm squandering a little. I feel like I'm unsure. I feel like it
No,
wasn't
not
really-
at all. No, I appreciate that, but like we have such a big team that I wish we were doing more.
Yeah.
But everybody's
Give me a
just-
little hope for House Party.
everybody's busy, man. You know, so it's like
Yeah.
it felt like there was a period like it just felt like a lot of me.
Yeah, but
But-
you seem focused though. Like
Well-
even if the stuff that you are on, like you seem
This is why I
focused.
do this. This weekend is why I do this. This is why a
Yeah.
podcast. This is why I ever got started. Like this is my
Mm-hmm.
time. This is what I love to do. Like you're talking about all the stuff that we have, you know, not wanting it to end. Like I was up last night like 2 a.m. listening to podcasts, playing Ratchet.
Were you?
Like yeah. Like I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I want to hear all the things. I want to see all the
Mm-hmm.
things. That's the thing I miss most about the show floor. So we see all
Yeah.
these games, but on the show floor you actually get to see them. See
Mm-hmm.
people playing them, you know, like I would have loved to have had a show floor today. That would have been a really
Did you get demos? Are you into the Xbox get demo
yeah,
thing?
I downloaded a few. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
dabble with them, but it's I don't
Yeah.
know. It's aren't the games that I wanna. Those aren't the ones that I want to see. You know, like I want to see
Mm-hmm.
the big games that we saw today. I want to see those being played. Like you're not gonna get
Yeah.
that on the Xbox demo. Nothing against Tunic
No.
and Lake and stuff, but it's not the same thing.
I didn't know Tunic was a Soulsborne game.
Yeah,
I thought it was a Zelda game.
yeah.
Shit is hard.
What if
Like-
what if Stalker 2 was playable on the show floor?
Yeah,
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. I would have loved to see
And
that.
the show floor is that thing like where you can hang out, you can do a thing, and then it's over. They kind of close the doors and go like, okay, back outside with you.
Get the
and
hell
you,
outta
you
here.
kind of like wander out. You try to find whatever it is you're gonna do next, or you bump into a friend. You go grab some food. You go grab some drink, some food, and everything. Like E3 is a special time for that. And I keep going back and forth on would I rather experience that again or like the house party deal where you could probably have like a bunch of us all in the same place. It's not quite the same, but at least you know you like the people who are there and not bumping into a bunch of randos and not waiting in line for 4 hours to play about 15 minutes of a slice of a game.
Yeah.
You can go kind of back and forth on all that
Yep.
stuff.
You could have
Yeah.
Mario Kart parties and stuff like that instead.
Seriously. Man. Okay. So like if we were to do it, like I would have to bring all my systems, I think.
All of them?
At least, well, I don't know how to choose. This
No,
is
you
what I'm
just have-
bad
you
at.
have one person bring
Switch-
each system.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't bring everybody.
Yeah, because it's
bring
not
a
like you're
system.
gonna have all the
It's too much.
TVs. Yeah, you don't have enough TVs for it. Although, did you see that little Kickstarter thing for the Xbox Series S? It's a little screen that like
Oh, yeah, I
plugs
did
into
see
the
it.
back and you
Doesn't
flip
it
it up.
look
I thought that
nice?
was kind of neat. It
looks
does look nice.
It's really compact and fits. It's nice.
Yeah, I never would have thought of that. And also, such a niche type of deal. It's sort of the same idea like with the Ojo. I think it was Ojo, the
projector.
thing for the Switch. I always thought like, how many people are you gonna sell that to?
Yeah, not many.
How do you sell more than 100 of those things? Like
You
I know
probably
the
do
Switch
more
is
than
very
that. There's some
popular.
diehards, yeah, but not many. Not much. Not much.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man! I just want to buy all the games. You got me like looking at these sales. I'm getting a little bit silly on the Nintendo Switch. I'm rekindled. I got it working again. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. It downloads now onto the SD card,
You did
onto
it.
the main thing.
Good.
It's almost like it needed a little like encouragement. Like you can do it. See,
Yeah,
it works
so-
on the internal drive. It
Hey,
works.
Look, if you play it more often, Sean, it'd work more.
maybe that was it. You're like, oh really? Now you're ready for me. Now you want to play? I do want to play it. I just don't want it to be like you with Melon. I just don't want to be fighting it every single time that I fire it up. That's
Yeah.
what I want.
I get that. I mean, you want.
But now I can't decide.
It's basically become an indie machine for me at this point. Until this fall, dude, No More Heroes 3 looks fucking awesome.
What did they just reveal? What did they just have?
I didn't get to see it, but it was on Treehouse. We were recording.
Treehouse.
It was on Treehouse, and they had footage of it live, and they were going through all the power-ups, and it looks awesome. It looks great. It has come so far in the polish realm in the last 8 months. Like from the first time they showed it, that first direct, I think last year to now, it's come so far. It looks incredible. I'm like all-time hype now. I wish it would have been in the direct. I was just like, man, you couldn't put this in here over Strange Brigade? No More Heroes 3, the damn exclusive you got coming out in 8 weeks?
I saw the release from Nintendo, and it was packed. Like, it was 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Packed full of games. Like, there is no doubt about it. I don't know if you guys covered this on Shack, because I haven't listened to it just yet. Somebody had pointed out to me that Hyrule Warriors was revealed in like July or August or something like that, and it was the November game. Like, that this isn't necessarily everything that we should be expecting from Nintendo at this point.
No, they could have more. They could have more. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't think there was a lot more, but they could have one more thing that they're holding
one
on
more.
To, I think.
They could have one more. That could be all the difference.
They could.
Honestly.
It's not a Zelda game.
Probably not, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm coming around. I'm coming around to that. Mainly because they set the precedent for how they do anniversaries with last year. Like, I've kind of been, all right, they're not really gonna change anything.
Even last year they had an anniversary edition. They acknowledged it. Zelda's getting a Game & Watch.
Yeah, you getting it?
Yeah, I am.
That is not a hyped. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Oh, it's not hyped, but yeah, I want it for the show.
You're just. What other choice do you have? What other choice have they?
I think it would be cool to go on my shelf.
Have they
see
left
my
you?
little Zelda little corner here?
Yeah.
What a cool thing to put up there. So yeah, I'm gonna get it. But
it's just dollars, Donnie.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess that's what all this stuff is.
It's only $50.
I suppose. My favorite thing that you guys have come on is the stupid edition. These collector's editions are always called like special edition, special collectors, blah blah blah. The stupid edition thing is it's hotness, man. That is such a good way to put it. I hope you guys you got to trademark it. That's a PSVG special, and because I want to use it, but I feel like I'll have to send you a nickel every time I do.
No, use it. It's a stupid edition.
It's the same.
Not everything gets a stupid edition, right? Not every collector's edition is a stupid edition.
It seems like they're coming back.
A stupid edition is something really obscene. It's got to have like a statue or fucking helmet. Like the Far Cry 6 is a stupid edition. It comes with a fake flamethrower. Why?
Yeah.
What purpose does that even serve?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Exactly.
Or anything like Call of Duty at one point had night vision goggles, I think.
Yes, that's a stupid
stuff like
edition.
that.
That's a stupid
edition. Well, we bought the Fallout 76 stupid edition with the canvas bag that wasn't a canvas bag, the helmet that actually we put on top of our Christmas trees instead of a star or an angel. We put a power armor helmet on top of our trees because we're a bunch of weirdos over here. That's what we like to do, dude.
Power of gaming.
Yeah. What conversations do you have with your wife about that sort of thing? Like, maybe it's nothing, but I'm just curious, like, do you just go like, I'm just going to buy whatever I want? Do you have to have conversations about it? Is there sort of like a budget that you work within? Like, how does that?
No, not for me. I buy whatever I want as long as I can afford it.
Yeah.
You know, if bills stop getting paid or something, I'm sure she'll, ask a question or two, but
you try to download the thing and it's like, your internet's been cut off. Pay your bills.
It's
idiot.
one of those things that she knows that, like I don't do it to the point where it harms, our family or anything like that. So she doesn't really care as long as I'm, smart with it. And she also knows, she also respects like how much I buy, sell, trade. She knows that I work the margins pretty hard too. So
that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I always feel a little nervous about that. I think maybe that's that's why I don't want to buy a $500 suit. Like, it's probably something that probably could be covered by Patreon.
You're right.
But
with something that gets a little obscene, then I will definitely say, hey, I'm thinking about buying this. Like that.
There's certain things that
this Last of Us skateboard.
Yeah,
that was one of those moments.
Yeah,
where I was like, there's this one of a kind, you can never buy this again type thing. I already have a skateboard and it would look really good having both of them. Like they would complement each other so well.
Now you need 3.
Yeah.
You need a third skateboard.
So for stuff like that, she gets it. She gets it.
I think that basically anything first party from Nintendo is like not a conversation for Chelsea and I.
Oh, not for Chelsea.
I just let her know this is when this game is coming out, and we go pick it up, and that's.
I think it'd be one of those
basically
things where I would imagine your situation where Chelsea's like, "Where's Mario Party Superstars?" And you're like, "I didn't get it," and she'd like snap a look. You didn't
Pretty
get
much.
it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny we bought Mario Party twice, Donnie.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
like
forgot
it.
that
You're
we already
supporting
bought it.
You're one of those
Dang
10 million
it.
people. That's why we get the sequel. Nintendo's looking at their balance sheet and they're like, dude, people really love Mario Party.
Speaking of that, I mean, that brings me back like full circle onto the whole Animal Crossing community. It's kind of like, this is what you get. Y'all been enabling Nintendo far too much for you to now want to go like, why aren't they behaving? And it's like, it's because it's kind of like when you raise a kid and it's just like you've been giving them everything they've been asking for this whole time. There's been no discipline, Donnie. You're buying all the different, you want a second island. You're actually buying the other Switch so that you can have another copy to play your second island over there.
For the truth.
They're doing it. So why would they do anything else? You're already giving them everything that you'd want to. So that's my little Animal Crossing rant for today. That's feels good every once in a while to get it out.
Done taking shots at Animal Crossing.
every now and then, I just need to. I just need
I'm glad
a little.
you brought that perspective to our live stream because I don't even think about Animal Crossing. Or the people
it's amazing because that was everything to them.
Yeah,
that was no Animal Crossing. How could they? And meanwhile, the world turns. Man, there's a lot more going on to it.
I throw Nintendo Shack to Rebecca and I'm like, tell us how Animal Crossing's going.
Yeah. It's funny. I was on Nintendo Dads a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, okay, Jesse, you have 2 minutes to talk about Pokemon. Go.
Yeah.
They gave him 2 minutes. He's going on and on. Justin Masson's looking at his watch. He's got a literal clock counting down till, okay, you're done. I think he wrapped with about 10 seconds left on his timer, ready to go. So there's pockets of that with, I think, especially Nintendo. There's probably like a one game or genre or something where you could go like, okay, we're all over here doing this thing, but you go geek out about that silly little thing just for a little while.
Sure. Yeah.
This is Pokemon or especially Animal Crossing. But definitely Pokemon. Man, I think this is the year I get into Pokemon, Donnie.
I'm really excited for this year's Pokemon.
I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do it. My kids are into it. We were watching the Nintendo Direct, like I said earlier, and Ellie is like, I just want to see Pokemon. Like, she's happy that Mario was there,
That's
and
so
then there
funny.
were some other
That's
games.
Exactly what Jack said. I walked upstairs, and he was like, so was the Direct good? And I was like, yeah, I liked it a lot. I was like, probably not a lot of stuff in there for you, though. And he goes,
Yeah.
Did they talk about Pokemon? I said, not one word.
No,
they
they don't.
He went, this is what he did. He goes, oof.
Well, it's just they don't, and that's about expectations there, too. Of like, they just don't do Pokemon. They'll probably talk about Pokemon next week or a week after that or something like that. They'll probably have something soon enough.
They will.
But these cards, this is what did it for me, Donnie. They got me. They got me with the cards. I want to go. I don't even care what I'm collecting. I'm not fighting anybody in the stores for them. But I'll go find some Pokemon cards and open them up with the kids.
So many Pokemon cards.
It's got to be an issue, right? Like this is probably not a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, well, not really. Like they all just sit in a box. Me and my son, we play from time to time. We'll sit down and play.
Yeah, I wouldn't play. Mm-hmm.
But he's the one that likes to collect him, and I could care less about the collectability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we've got a lot.
Yeah. And it's funny because what we'll do is we'll open up a pack and we'll just sort of like lay them on the table, and they each get to pick the exact same number of cards.
Oh.
So they'll flip them over and they'll go, hey, it's Lincoln's turn to pick one, and then it's Ellie's turn to pick one, and like they're picking energy cards, they're picking trainer cards like over any of the others. Like they have no idea like which ones are good or what you might want to. It'll be interesting to see because Lincoln's older, he's a year and a half older. That will click for him, hopefully, first. Maybe Ellie kind of jumps the gun. He goes, look at this idiot. I want the Pokemon. You can have all your energy cards.
Like,
or
I'm going to trade you 6 energy cards for your holographic Charizard.
Mm-hmm. Or 1 for 1 is probably what you would end up getting. Oh, yeah. I mean, did you ever, I mean, I don't know. We got bamboozled a couple times with trading cards and stuff back in the day. Like,
I got one.
Yeah.
One time I got really, really screwed over. And I remember... I was staying with my foster parents at the time. I told my foster mom, and she was so mad that she took me to the other kid's house and made him give it back.
Yeah, a seminal moment, I think, for a lot of kids. Either one side or the other. You're either doing the bamboozling or you gonna get screwed over.
Yeah, he was an older kid. I was in like sixth grade.
Yep.
He was like a high schooler.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yep.
We had Pogs. I'm of the age that Pogs were very popular. Yeah, those were getting traded around like nobody's business. Those were good times. Chelsea still has her Pog collection actually.
Wow.
Her mom kept them. Yeah, just in a shoebox kind of deal.
Wow.
It's still around.
It's impressive.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, E3, it's a thing.
E3, dude.
It's done. I just want to do this now, though.
I'm really glad it happened. I did say this on show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that we got all the bad news like in one concentrated shot. Versus
what was the bad news?
Sprinkled throughout the. Well, I mean, like I feel like a lot of people are throwing. I've seen a lot of today of like, if this is going to be E3, they could just go ahead and close it. And they're talking about Ubisoft, and they're talking about Square, and they're talking about Gearbox. And it's like,
sure.
No, I'll still take all of the bad news at once versus an entire summer littered with more bad news. Because it's so funny because it's like it's not E3's problem that's what they brought. It's not E3's issue. That's their issue. You're still going to get that news with or without E3. So I'll take it at E3.
I know.
Thanks. I'll take it all at once.
And like anything else, it just sucks that the negativity is the louder voice. Because how much should I go on and go like, I liked Ubisoft. I was really happy with Ubisoft show. I thought it was
okay.
And I know that's most people. Most people say it was okay, if not like maybe below average. But I was really happy with Rabbids. I'm one of the rare people who really look forward to Rocksmith. I think that's a really cool idea. Far Cry looks really good. I think Riders Republic. Like, I feel like, and I know that's middling for some other people. But for like percentage wise, like they're hitting like 800 for me.
That is really divisive.
Which one?
Square.
Square. No, yeah, exactly.
See, like you didn't like it at all. Most of the folks that I follow that run podcasts also didn't like it. But here's the thing, Sean.
Yep.
Like, there's a legit group of people in PSVG Discord. Guardians of the Galaxy, their game is show. Like they're really, really excited for that. And like there's a lot of that. And like, I've seen a lot of people that love Square Show. And it's interesting how different it is. Because here's the thing. They don't have podcasts. They don't do Twitch channel stuff. They loved what Square said. And it's so funny. The people that do have podcasts and stuff, apparently they didn't. And that seems to be a line. I didn't watch it. And I'm not really a Square person, so I really don't have an opinion. I don't know. I don't know. Don't care.
Yeah.
But that's what I've gathered from looking, reading the tea leaves.
Well, and especially on a weekend that's like based around hype, it feels bad to not be hyped about it. Like if I'm asked, like I'll tell you how I feel about the Square thing, but also at the same time, like I should probably kind of keep that short. Maybe you talked about that. You don't want to yuck someone's yum. I don't really want to do that, especially if it leads to a narrative that goes like burn down E3. No, thank you. No, not even a little bit. If anything, I want it to be so great, so fun, so many great conversations happening around it that like PlayStation is like they really want to come back to it.
That would be great. I've been thinking about that for the last couple of days. It's like, man, if everybody else hit and it was a really special E3 in addition to Xbox and Nintendo, like if everybody had that, how many people might be sitting around being like, dude, like, come on, PlayStation, come back. Like, how cool would this be? Like, let's do this. Let's do it together. Because I've always said it. I feel like I'm regurgitate this over and over again to the point people don't hear me anymore. It's the signal boost. It's the ripples in the water. It's not the individual shows. It's not about sharing the stage. It's the event. The whole thing reaches a greater, because here's the thing. What's been happening every day? Every day somebody's been talking, and what happens? Everybody's on Twitch. And then when that's over, everybody's recording podcasts. And all those podcasts goes out, everybody's writing stories. It's all happening at once. Whether it was good or bad, who cares? It's like a volume thing. It just raises the level.
And it's almost like, think about like Extra Life. If somebody just said like, well, people could fundraise for the kids any day of the week.
That's a good analogy. Yeah, it is like Extra Life. You're exactly right. It makes it special because you're all in it together, and it makes it more aware.
Well, and for the reason I bring it up is because
nobody can do that by themselves.
Right.
That whole share the stage, like, why should I share this? But you'll never reach that on your own. Nobody can.
That it's a thing.
Yep.
That it's even a thing. I reflect a lot back on the early days of my streaming, and it's like probably wouldn't have started streaming if it wasn't for Extra Life. But Extra Life said the day was November 6th of whatever it was, 2017 or something. And I'm like, well, I've got to get my stuff together for that day because that's when I said I was going to do Extra Life. So I've got to, mud up or shut up. And I kind of just figured it out at that point. But if there was never this kind of call to action,
everybody just went on their own weekend.
I never would have started. So I feel the same kind of thing with E3. Is it just puts a date? There's a point in time in the calendar that you've got to kind of figure it out, and we're seeing that. Dev in the chat says, "Why do I feel bad if I'm not interested? Just say it ain't for me." I just don't. The part that I feel bad about is I don't want somebody who's excited about something and all they hear about is people saying that sucked.
Yeah, because it's not.
I don't think that feels good for them. Because I don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing when people say like I thought Ubisoft sucked. Like that sucks because I liked it.
Yeah, when you really like something and like the common trend is everybody to hate on it, it really blows. It really takes the wind out of your sails. You just like, oh.
As a Wii U fan, as an Xbox fan, you kind of just like that, that kind of stuff. We've been there.
Yeah,
for years.
We have, like us too. We have been there. We know exactly how it feels, and I try to think about that from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, he says you don't have to say it sucks. It's that's great, but it's not for me. So that's the other thing too is like I don't know that necessarily that's it either.
I just don't think it's really necessary at all. Let people just be excited.
But with PlayStation out of the picture, I feel like there was a little bit more pressure, or people looked to the Ubisofts, the Gearbox, the Squares more than they typically would, because Square typically has like that type of show, I would say. But when you have like those pillars that are there, you have Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation, and then the filler is everything else, then it's a little bit better instead of, okay, Xbox is done, now let's see what Square's got. Like, because there's not a whole heck of a lot going on because PlayStation isn't
Look,
here.
I run an Xbox show, so this might be a surprise to people, but I loved watching the PlayStation shows. I live streamed those as well.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I really loved hearing the stories, the people that like went out to movie theaters and stuff and watched it together. I wish that was still a thing.
I was always jealous of that.
I wish it was still a thing. I always have.
But
I'm a mark for E3. I want everybody to do it.
Man, if I could be in two places at the same time, because I want to do both. I want to stream it, but I also want to be in that movie theater along with hundreds of other people, however many you fit in a movie theater, I don't even know.
Yep.
Because that sounds awesome. I've heard Kyle Stevenson from the Trophy Room does this for PlayStation. Often he'll go to the theater, and it sounds like an incredible time.
You're just like there with like-minded folks that love it as much as you do, that get all the in stuff just as much as you do, and that raises the stakes. It's like being at like a midnight launch or something. You're all, it's communal. E3 is communal. That's the whole thing. It's like gaming's like a part of gaming's like lifeblood. It's a part of its heartbeat.
Yeah.
I'd be so sad to see it go away. I hate that.
Well, and there's so
much.
There is so many ways to participate in it, which is like the beautiful part of it. I just kind of said, like, you can be online. I was looking at some people, like their Twitter feed is them dedicated to like capturing the things that they're really excited about. And they'll be like they kind of just like litter their feed with like almost like a live tweet, the entire like event.
Oh, yeah.
And rather like we do it on streaming, but some people say like this is launching on this day. And I love looking through some people's timelines and going like they got everything. Like I love that. But you can't do that if you're doing what we're doing, I don't think.
That's the fun.
I can't multitask like that.
It's a fun and strange feeling for me because I'm usually during an event that's outside of E3. I'm there hitting all the retweets, getting all the accounts, like doing all the things. And then like we do this and I hit stream and I'm completely like disconnected from the rest of the world.
Totally.
For like 2 or 3 hours. And then I plug back in and I'm like, oh, I guess everybody hates
What's
that.
happening?
that was me with Halo last year. That is 100% me with Halo.
Oh, yeah.
Last year,
palpable.
You can watch me live on air. I'm like, this looks awesome. And then I get on Twitter and I'm like, oh, that's not the right opinion to have, is it?
It was Donnie Glover with the pizza and the house on fire. He walks in like, and everything is on fire. This is awful.
Yeah.
That's same. And I was, you're aware of that when we've been around that a couple of times, and that's kind of what I was thinking. We streamed for Nintendo, and I was like, what does everybody else think about this? And I was kind of like, I don't know if I was surprised, but like it was all over the place. Wasn't necessarily like everything is burning down. I saw some people like really, really excited for Metroid.
I think if you're
awesome.
If you're a really, I don't know, I hate saying diehard, but if you're really into Nintendo, like you just really buy a lot of Nintendo games. Like if you buy and play Nintendo for Nintendo stuff, first and foremost, like that's what you're there for. I think all of those people are really happy today. if you're one of those
See-
people that play everything across the board and you're always wanting to see like what the other's doing versus the other, then I understand looking at Nintendo and being like, where are the bangers? Like, where are the big highlight blockbusters? Like, like I think that's a fair thing to say because they're not there. They've got Mario Party and they've got WarioWare and they've got Advance Wars. And I imagine for a lot of people, they don't care about those at all.
Yeah.
But if you're
Damn
really
it.
into Nintendo games and you
know.
love them, like I would say like I do,
Like a
I
personality test, Donnie.
love Advance Wars. I was so excited. I lost my mind when they showed Advance Wars. I was like, no way.
I know you really did. You genuinely did, and you're not the type of person that like does it for the clicks, the views,
Oh.
the reactions. Like you're not like that. That is genuine as it gets.
So
Like, and I can come around on Advance Wars. Like that's not something like I like that type of game. I like War Groove. It's just not like, oh my gosh, I played this before, and
Yeah.
that's gonna hit. Like,
Yeah.
that's just not.
I think for
not
a
my
lot of people,
space.
it's going to be that. And then
Yeah.
that's the whole, it's the competitive nature. There's always people who are like, well, PlayStation's got Horizon and Xbox got Halo. What do you got, Nintendo? Nintendo's like,
Yeah.
Mario Party Superstars.
Yeah.
So like,
Well-
I get it. But
Yeah.
if you love Nintendo, you're like, I don't care about those games anyway.
See,
I'm
that's-
going to play
that's the
Mario
thing-
Party Superstars.
That's the one that's really troubling me because I like to think that I look at my jacket. Like,
Yeah.
I do love Nintendo.
And
I
you're
like,
still
I-
going to get Mario Party Superstars.
And I am. And if you actually look at this is a different way to look at it. How much money am I going to spend with Xbox this year, and how much money am I going to spend with Nintendo? Probably going to spend like way more money with Nintendo.
Of course you are.
I'm really curious to see reviews on Metroid. Like that won't be a day one, but if people like if you
Oh,
play
that's
it
a
and
day
you're like,
one,
oh,
Sean.
it's so good. I know, and that's what
I bought
everybody's saying.
the special edition. I got Amiibo. I got Amiibo for Devin. We got Becca all set up with Amiibo. Like, what are you doing?
Is she good?
We're good.
Is she good?
Everybody's
Okay.
good. We're all
I was
good.
worried about her for a second.
PSVG is a family. If somebody's in need, we're all getting there. We're all clicking the buttons.
Yeah, that's very
Let's
sweet.
get Rebecca Amiibo. Like, that's what we do.
She'd say it for like 5 seconds. Like, I don't think I have an amiibo yet, and she would get it early somehow. Like somebody would find a way. Somebody would.
She's got it 2 weeks
Fast and
ahead of
Furious
time.
rob the truck. She's like on stream. It just like appears like out of the window or something. Like someone just throws it at her.
That's cool.
Smacks her in the face with it.
I'm very excited for Metroid. I love 2D Metroid way more than 3D Metroid. And
Yeah.
I'm real excited. This is going to be a great game to play on my new Joy-Con. I'm going to do my little portable here, and I'm just going to
Look at the size of those controllers, man. Holy
feel
crap.
great.
You are such a man.
look.
Look at that. Oh, I love it, dude.
So I said this. I didn't say this on Shaq, but I said on the stream. I was saving it for next week. These are the new Binbach Joy-Cons. They light up. They have LED lights, which is really, really awesome. Here you go, lights. And these are the new ones. They fixed the D-pad.
Oh.
They have a new D-pad. So
And they feel good, like they because
they
I
feel great. This is
any
the best way to
third
play.
party always gives me the willies a little bit.
no, this is the best way to play, in my opinion.
Damn.
You cannot play No More Heroes without better Joy-Cons. Like, you cannot play No More Heroes on a standard Joy-Con. You'll rip that joystick to pieces.
Dev is screaming at me like Rebecca was earlier. Not day one for Metroid. Who the hell are you?
I tried to
Sean?
stand up for you, and I got lobbed in. Like, we had a DM. I was like, please don't make me the person that hates the
I'm sorry. I will. You were, and I mentioned this on Twitter. You were right, and I should know better than this. The quality, the visual fidelity of it is way better on
yeah.
the VOD.
It's
like way better.
But I understand what you're saying, and I tried to explain this, and I don't think I did a very good job of it on Shaq. It looks like the 3DS. It looks like Samus Returns, probably
Yeah,
because it
pretty
was
much.
built in the same engine. It's pretty. It's got better resolution. It's HD.
Yeah.
It's got better lighting. Don't get me wrong. It looks great. It just the environments, the way that they set up the levels, the surfaces. It looks like the other one looked. It looks like a better
And the other thing
version of that.
When I think of Metroidvania, I mean, you and I are on the same page on this. Like Ori and the Blind Forest is one of the most beautiful games ever, and this is Nintendo.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like where I stand
This
on it.
doesn't
is,
look as good as Ori, and
It's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be
Yeah.
like an artwork. It's not going to be a painting. But Nintendo, like, I just want you to like my want for Metroid is for them to stand up and go. Everybody else is trying to do Metroid. This is how you do Metroid.
Well, I
it
think
looks
that's-
amazing. The design is awesome. Like all of that.
That's going to be Prime. That's Prime
Yeah.
4's job. This isn't.
Yes,
that.
why
This
not
isn't
both?
that game.
Yeah.
This isn't that. Game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of on Nintendo Drive, I kind of felt like they showed up to the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. Like maybe they still got the points that they needed, but like it wasn't as flashy. Like they could have had like the All-Star guy on the, but they sat him on the bench. Like where is the Donkey Kong? Like where is the Mario Kart? Like some of those big hitters. So
Yeah, I think that's fair. There are not a lot of big, hitters, top flight, top tier games. But as Rebecca said, they're on the way. We know we're on the way. We saw Breath of the Wild. So
Oh yeah, and Nintendo, the House of Mario was not
we know
burning down by any stretch of the
Splatoon
imagination.
is on the way. Like they're on the way. We
That's
know
fine.
They're on the way. This just isn't that time.
I think there can be a case study, at least for me, in that Monster Hunter Stories 2 is a game that I have seen, I think, probably a dozen times at whatever show. And finally, like this weekend, I'm like, maybe I should be playing Monster Hunter Stories 2. Like it finally clicked. So if there's ever any time anybody, has that comment that, okay, we've seen enough of this game. Sometimes it takes, at least for me, like, there's some games where you can't make your decision. Maybe you shouldn't make your decision on the very first time that you see it, because I think it finally got me. I think I'm going to be trying Monster Hunter Stories 2 when it hits Switch. Was it next month or something? Like not even in a month from now.
3 weeks.
Holy crap. And there's a demo on June 25th.
Me and Garrett will be there. I'm very excited.
I think I'm going to try it. And I'm just mainly to,
like
win favor with Garrett. It's like Pokemon.
It's like a Pokemon.
Well, turn-based.
It's like Pokemon and like a very light Zelda game kind of mixed together.
I'm trying new things, man. I'm trying Yakuza because it's on the Game Pass. Hit the same day. That's a bit of a surprise, and I'm just kind of in a trying games mood.
Day.
What's
that?
One
of a dozen games that hit the same day. They just threw a whole
it's too many.
collection of
I
games into
downloaded
Game
so
Pass.
many of them, man. I downloaded some. I'm sitting here like, do I need a hard drive expansion for my Series S as well?
Yeah, you do.
Because you go back and forth with your Series S and X. Do you still have both of those sitting around?
Not anymore. No.
I was having trouble because I think, sometimes it's a different game. And so if I download on my Series X but bring the hard drive over here, it's like I'm not sure. There was actually Call of Duty was the first game that I noticed, like, ooh, this doesn't run very well, because it was trying to run a Series X version of the game. You need the smart delivery kind of thing to work out. So I'm like, do I need more hard drive space on this thing? Because there really is nothing on the Series X, on the Series S. There's like no space.
Nope.
It's ridiculous. I have a Halo Master Chief Collection and a couple JPEGs.
Kevin's got it, and it totally works for him. It always has.
Yeah.
He's done the same. He's never gotten an external. He laughs at people like me all the time.
Yeah. I'm becoming like you. I had it locked down.
He deletes it and just moves on.
I was good. I was really, I took pleasure in just like, okay, I beat this game. I'm going to clear this out. And then
Delete it.
Something like this weekend happens and I'm downloading all the things. I've got my wish list on Nintendo. It's just like crazy. I've got my SD cards all locked down. Overloaded, dude. You get that sense from me a little bit? Like, I'm just like, I'm right there.
Sensory overload.
I want to disregard work. I got to go back to work tomorrow. I'm literally disregarding my parental duties right now.
Yeah, I got to go back to work tomorrow. It's going to be a bummer.
Thursday is Xbox's thing, and Paris is going to be hosting a whole bunch of other stuff, and there's still more to come.
See some Hellblade.
I think we'll see some Hellblade. Yeah.
You could be in that role one day. It could be one day the extended Xbox show hosted by Sean Capri.
That'd be crazy. He's very good on camera.
Yeah.
Like he's got a particular. He's very well spoken. I think he's able to like hold his like he. There's like a training. I remember hearing about this. Like kind of have to train to talk to the camera, which I always thought like, well, that doesn't sound all that hard. But you try to do that. It's hard as heck. Like I can't even stare at the screen very. Like I'm all over the place. Because when I'm thinking of something, like I'm kind of looking like top right kind of deal.
Yeah.
So I look like I'm all over the place, which for podcasting is fine. But if you're hosting things, it's a different skill set.
This is better being a car when Sean's doing it.
That's
right.
true.
That's right.
That's true. Maybe we'll get some car sponsorships instead of like we're looking for like McDonald's sponsorships. We got to think bigger. We got to like do a car, an episode of Nintendo Drive or Xbox Drive
sponsored by McLaren.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it from a Pontiac. I would do it from a Pontiac vibe. Yeah,
Ford Capri.
I would do it from like, dude. That would be amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me. That's a Ford Capri is very good.
You need one.
I always thought they're all the Mercury Capris. They were no good. Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day. I like it. Doing figure eights in the parking lot. We then says $1,500 later, and Sean has all the Xboxes at decent storage space. Exactly. It's very pricey to get this SSD. Can't do it on PlayStation though.
Not yet. Jeez, when is
Still.
that update still not? Yeah, what? It
Just
doesn't
pointing out
bother me.
facts.
I don't have enough games to load up there, but I mean, I would like to. I would like to know. I feel like people should know. They should be able to know by now.
I think so.
Yeah,
But Mark Cerny, he told you it was going to come, so that's okay.
doesn't matter. They get Ratchet. That's all that
Doesn't
matters.
doesn't really matter. Do you follow any sort of like release calendar or like how are you keeping track of all of this stuff? There's all these press releases, there's all these news stories, games are coming out. Like, is there a calendar that you look to? Is there like how do you keep track, or you don't even care? Yeah, in your head.
Just in my head. I generally have an idea of when
so
the games
much.
are coming, and then I pre-order the ones that I want, and they just show up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're not like worried that you're not going to be done a game in time by certain things.
I don't.
Yeah, this is the way to be.
You should know that. Like, I don't. The backlog thing never bothers me, and I'll quit on a game in a heartbeat if I want to.
Yeah,
I don't play games that way. I don't go, I have to finish this before I can have another. No, sometimes you're just done. Sometimes you're full before you clean your plate. Like, you don't have to.
I get a little taste of that every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of doing that with Mass Effect 2. I started it, but I am distracted big time, and I don't know when I'm getting back to Mass Effect 2. And I don't know that I will.
It's
I'd
not
like
to
to. It's
say
one of my
that-
favorite games ever.
Dev loves to use calling me a buffet gamer, and that might be true. It's not like I don't finish games. I do. It's just I
Yeah.
don't hold myself to it. I see a lot of
Yeah.
people, they carry guilt. They're like, I've got to finish this. And it's like, you don't. You really don't. You know what you got to do? Play the game that you want to play. That's what you got to do. Do that first.
You got to figure out how to do two at the same time. I'm
If you
telling
can.
you. I can do Rabbids and Yakuza at the same time.
Well, I've been trying
which-
to do Monster Hunter Stories
kinda is
and
possible.
Skyward Sword. They're coming out like a week apart.
Oh my gosh.
trying to
those
do
are big
both.
games too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm be able to do both.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out like getting back to work after that. I'll probably have my second shot by then. I might get some bus time back in. I might be going back to the office
That
a little
works.
bit, get my Switch time
Get the
back.
Switch going.
What a huge difference, man! This last year has been just almost no Switch time, handheld at least.
Mine's really been falling off too. You know, they do that year-end summary wrap-up thing where they show you. I bet my Switch consumption is down like 70% from last year. I bet.
You think so?
I really do. This since January, very, very light. Very light on the Switch front. I've been playing ports of stuff, playing old stuff. Now today, the one good thing about them coming out today and finally telling me that there's like no Zelda on the near horizon is now I'm going to play a Zelda game. I've been holding off wanting to play one, and now I'm going to play one.
Yes. It's so funny. Kato brought that up on the Nintendo Drive, and I said yes. I think that is something that people do. Like I said, maybe they're holding something back, maybe, and may not be a
I've been
Zelda
holding
game, but
off
it
on
could be
playing
something.
Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild again because I thought that maybe Wind Waker was coming to Switch, and maybe Breath of the Wild 2 was coming sooner than we thought. I mean, you know, like if it was coming out in like March, maybe I'd want to hold playing Breath of the Wild until, you know, January, like closer.
Yeah.
Now that it's gone, it's like, no, now there's no more time to wait. Now I'm just going to play it because I want to
Now
play
it's
it.
definitely coming. Now that you've said that, now it's definitely coming.
It's definitely not, Sean. It may not. It may not come in 2022. People need to come to that realization.
Yeah,
quicker
that's
than-
true. They are very careful about what they said they're aiming for.
Yeah, no
2022.
title, like the whole thing. Like I'm not sold. It's coming next year either.
And if it would, like late
Yeah, definitely late
next year.
Late,
Yeah.
definitely late. If not spring 2023.
Are you reconfiguring or recalibrating on the leaker sort of thing? Like
No.
we all kind of got.
I'm
we
glad you
kinda
brought
got
that
maybe
up. No, I
Okay,
I
okay.
don't.
You don't feel like we got taken for a ride a little bit here
For what?
on the Switch Pro? On the Switch Pro, like the stuff was imminent. And
Oh no,
it's
I
gonna,
think
like-
Switch Pro. I think we'll see the Switch Pro. Yeah, I think we'll see it soon. We talked about that on Shack. I think we'll see it soon. Here's the thing: if the reports,
I
are
think it's
just-
tied to Breath of the Wild still.
you wouldn't do that to a system. You have to make the systems, right? Like if they're
Yeah,
entering
yeah.
production and there's contracts, and we've got all this, you know, insight that they've entered production, that they have parts that they're going to start configuring. If that's true, we don't know it's
You
for
just
sure.
launch
but
it.
If it's true, then we're going to see it. Like if they start production in July, like everybody said, we'll see it. Somebody will
I see
take
what you mean.
Somebody's
I
going to
see
take
what
a
you're saying.
photo of it. Like Nintendo
Yeah.
has to talk about it because the
Fair.
longer they go without talking about it, like if people have it in their hands, there was the biggest rumor, and I believe Emily. I'm one of the people that believe in Emily Rogers. She doesn't say everything. When she says something, it's because she has a reason to say it. Now, sometimes she's wrong. Sometimes maybe her source is wrong, right? And people don't often give leakers that kind of credibility. Like sometimes maybe they just got wrong information, or maybe information has changed.
That's the piece.
There's a lot of people that know that the Switch Pro is happening. And if developers have it and they're coding for it and they're working on games for it, and if they're about to enter production, they have to show us. Because if they don't, guess what? Somebody else will. And that's fair. You don't want that to happen.
When I'm not like calling into question, does the Switch Pro exist? Like I feel like that's obvious at this point. From a number of fronts, it makes sense for Nintendo. Samsung has talked about the screen, like all of these things.
I think they would
how imminent
they'll launch the system without Breath of the Wild. I think they would have loved if Breath of the Wild would have been there, and so they could tie them together. But they'll launch the system without it.
Is that sort of like a Series X without Halo type of deal?
100%.
Is that bigger or not as big as Halo? Like Halo not landing day and date with the Series X. Maybe this is a good question just to explore on the Series X side. Like, did that? I feel like the answer is very short. Did Halo not launching day and date with the Series X hurt the Series X?
Maybe a little bit from the get-go, from the start. Yeah, I think so. It's really lessened, or it's offset, is a better way of putting it, by the lack of units on both sides.
That's why I thought I was answering my own question as I asked it. Like, because you can't get them.
Not just by them not having enough, but also by the competition not having enough. Because right now they're not losing a whole lot of opportunity cost either. Like, they're not selling. There's not PS5s flying off the shelves because Ratchet's out, because there's not PS5s on the shelves. So that helps.
It seems like whatever it seems like PlayStation's able to put out, I don't know, twice as many.
Do you
of these things? And this is the thing, like, we don't really know. Somehow, I feel bad almost like for even saying that. But these are the numbers that people are putting out there.
They're nowhere to be found. You can get series consoles pretty, I would say, regularly. You might have to try hard, but they're attainable. PS5s are gone. They're just not there.
I mean, this is a good week to sort of like test the theory out as well. I think Xbox like fandom is at its highest. People are like, maybe now is about the time. Like, I don't know if people are
GameStop said they've got units tomorrow.
Oh,
we have people in Discord that are planning on being at GameStop at 7 a.m. so they can get one. You're right. They have captured some attention, and they will sell some consoles. But the point is it enough to make a real tangible difference? I don't think so. Not yet.
Yeah.
So I don't think it hurt it all too much, because they didn't have the quantity to sell. Had they had the quantity to push,
different story. Yeah,
different story. I thought you were going in a different way with the leaker stuff, because we've been kind of having a debate, or at least a sharing of opinion. It might be a better way of putting it. Where some folks don't like the leaker stuff. They don't like being, like folks, like knowing about the games for the show. We talked about it. You mentioned it. You like the surprise. You want to be surprised.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't judge these shows or these companies by how much they can catch me off guard. That's to me, that's a non. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care if they. It's fun when they do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing it out like, oh, it's stupid. It's not my expectation.
Sure.
When it happens, like Advance Wars, it's awesome. That's really, really awesome. But, for example, I've known Forza Horizon 5 was going to be shown. You knew Forza Horizon 5 was going to be shown. Guess what? We didn't know it was going to be shown like that. Like, they still impressed us, even though it was going to be there. And if somebody's like, me seeing it, me knowing that it was there lessened my excitement for it, like, you're missing the forest for the trees, man. Because, like, look, did you see the game? Did you see it running? Did you see how good it looked? You see how much? Like, that should be what gets you excited, not, I didn't know it was coming, so now they surprised me. But I feel like maybe I'm in the minority on that, because I see that from a lot of people. They show up and watch E3 because they want to be surprised. And I feel like that's a high bar. And I feel like that's just like such a weight to put on a company. It's like, you better bring your awesome game and it better look awesome, but you better not let me know that you're bringing it. Like,
and also, the theater.
What an expectation!
That's hard.
That's a hard expectation to hold up to, especially if you're, like, if somebody's like, I don't want to talk about leaks. I don't like leaks. It spoils the fun. It's like, what would I have talked about on Xbox Empire this year?
We don't do rumors, or I mean, we're a much shorter show on the Xbox Drive. Yeah.
Like, Forza Horizon 5, literally, that's the reason why I think maybe people listen to the Xbox Empire, is because we talked about Forza Horizon 5. Yeah. That's literally the reason they're there. That's why they showed up.
There's no doubt. And one of the things, like, for us, it's like, we just have a shorter format show. So one of the ways that we make it easy to be shorter is like, well, unless it's confirmed, we're probably not going to really be covering it. Unless it's really, really short or
and I would have missed out on so many fun conversations with Rebecca and Garrett if we weren't talking about, like, man, is there a Zelda anniversary? Is there a Switch Pro? Like, what does it look like? You just said you talked about the Switch Pro, right?
Yeah. Well, and some of it is like some of it does. I shouldn't say that we don't like we ignore it altogether because some of it just comes up in questions,
Right.
But it's not a bullet point on like breaking news or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it. But somebody
So
might
it's
say
not
like, what do you
news.
think is
It's
going
not
to
a news story yet.
Right, right.
Yep.
Well, and sometimes like people feel burnt by leakers. I think that's a natural part. Like there's an ebb and flow
Yep.
of okay, enough is enough, and everybody's
both
got an
ways.
uncle who works at Nintendo, so people kind of get maybe a little bit burnt on that. But you're right. Like, and I see much larger Xbox shows who go they have the questions within their podcast episode titles like when will we see Hellblade or will there be a blah 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 like all those things like those are great questions to ask and you're right but maybe we're missing out on those types of things but yeah it's just a different take like not that one is any better or worse than the other we just don't know.
Yeah, that
And
I
at
agree.
a certain point
it's made
you
me
get kind of tired of talking about it.
It's made me self-reflect, and maybe I shouldn't share that so often, or maybe I should keep it to myself. But then and I think this is where I get into like that Sean Capri headspace. I was thinking about it today because I was like, maybe I'm lessening somebody else's enjoyment by posting this in a Discord. Maybe I should create like a leaks channel so they don't have to see it or something. But then I'm thinking, but I'm also thinking to myself, it's like, but no, this is what I like to do. So
Yeah.
like, why should I?
You're
change?
really good at that. Yeah, and that's not what I'm trying to say is like for you to change. That's actually the opposite. I'm often encouraging you to like
I'm in my own
lock
head.
in.
I'm not implying
Of
that
course.
you are. I'm in my own head. I was having that discussion today because I saw somebody else tweet today and they said something like, like this, they said the tweet was something like E3's had no surprises. And I'm like, I hated that tweet. I wanted to engage. I wanted to I wanted to tweet back. I just like, I didn't, but I wanted to because I was like, that's your take. Your take is this wasn't surprising at all. Like, did you? I hate that. I hate that because
I think that's factually untrue.
Think about that. Like if you're Forza, your Playground Games, you've made this amazing looking Forza game. It's game of show, right? You would argue about how good or not good Metroid looks, dude. Come on, Forza Horizon 5 looks incredible. They've been working on this game. They get it, and then the take that you get from somebody is, I wasn't surprised.
I know.
Isn't that awful? That just hurts me. I'm like, did you watch? Watch it. That's the surprise. You know what surprised me about Forza Horizon 5? How good it looked. That surprised me.
Well, and the other thing too that is interesting is that if you're at like IGN or GameSpot or anything like that, or even Jeff Grubb, like with his coverage through GamesBeat, they know all this stuff ahead of time, which actually equips them to cover it more factually and more. Maybe factually is one thing, but like comprehensively.
Yeah.
Because when you're seeing it for the first time, if you are surprised by it, like I have been, like kind of the whole time, like what's going to come next, I'm not really sure. There is a lot going on in your brain in those moments. Like, what is the order of the shows that it's been in? Like, what has my day been like? Like all of these things. What was the last E3 presentation that I watched? Like, how does that impact this one? There's a lot of stuff that like factors into somebody's enjoyment of a thing. And then when they go and talk about it, it's colored by all of those immediate experiences.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's really important to just have in mind when people go on the internet and they just spout off, here's all this stuff, because my thoughts on it have, especially Nintendo, has really been evolving since I watched it.
And that's like, good. It's so nice that you've allowed yourself to do that.
Because I want to love everything Nintendo
right, but
shows
most people
me.
won't, right? Like you gotta pick one and just dig in, right? It's like, no, like you had an opinion, and on further review, you've softened a little.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
That's
big
a
time.
good thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I was happy that you jumped into the stream. Yeah, because you came in and we were like, this is fun. This is great. And you were like, oh.
Well, we're always good for that, Donnie. We're always good for that.
Yeah. We are.
You get. I don't even know what I said, but I'm just like I was loving you guys, everything that you're saying about it, everything. I'm like, I can't even. I had to really work my way beyond where I was mentally to even participate in the chat, because everything I was going to type in was just like, Sean, that's shitty. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you just got to like snap yourself out of it.
Who cares about Advance Wars? Why do they got this dumb indie game?
Well, and it wasn't that overt. It was just everything would have been a dig.
Of course.
Like just a little bit of like, everybody's excited for Metro. I'm like, I don't like the suit. And it's just like, who gives a crap if Sean doesn't like the suit? Like, it doesn't matter.
I was so
and
happy
I don't even
for
know
Dev.
why. I couldn't even. Rebecca's like, why don't you like the suit? I'm like, I honestly don't even know why. So like, why am I even?
I don't want to.
Anything? Rebecca, I just don't like it.
I don't want to. I was really, really excited that for Dev today. Devin has wanted 2D Metroid all year, and we kept telling him it was going to happen. He didn't want to like go in all the way in and believe, and we're like, dude, it's happening. Like we're telling you, believe 2D Metroid. It was great.
And soon, dude. That's the thing that is like complete. And man, I want to re-record the Nintendo Drive over again, actually, because like that's what we should. If for the people who like give me surprises, this is a thing that's happening. And by the way, it's been locked like as a secret for years, and now it's coming out in October. That's the Fallout model. That's what everybody's been asking for.
Said it on Shack. If you pull out the magnifying glass, you're trying to compare it. You got to look through Nintendo through the prism that everything they showed you, 95% of what they showed you is coming out in 5 months.
Golly, what the heck is wrong with me, man? I mean,
like it's hard. It's really hard to throw stones at that, you know.
But I'm sitting here like I don't like the suit. I don't like the name. I think it looks fuzzy. Like I still like that doesn't go away. But I don't know. I don't know where I land on it. I just want to see it. I want to play. I want a demo. I want to play it because Metroid is a big deal.
I love Samus Returns, so I'm all in. Like,
and that's why I want to get back and play that.
Samus Returns was such a great, like me and Jason played it kind of in parallel together. So we were constantly like, hey, did you find this? Did you get this? Did you see this suit over here? I got this power up over here. You know, like.
Do you have a 3DS like on the go? Do you have one like at the ready if you wanted to play a game? Like, is there one nearby or like mine's in storage?
No, absolutely.
You have one nearby?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What are you talking about? Yeah, of course I do.
Well, because I have my Switch and my Switch Lite kind of here.
I'm gonna reach over here and I'm gonna pull out a Vita. Come on,
there
man.
it is. Yeah,
of
you
course.
do got the Vita there. Yeah, I'm convinced Sean doesn't like Metroid. Why do you got to do that? I don't like. That's the thing is like that's the knee-jerk reaction of like, okay, I have this take, that must mean this.
Sean hates Metroid. Like a YouTube,
I guess so.
A YouTube thumbnail.
Why Sean hate Metroid.
Why I think Nintendo's E3 sucked today. Click for more.
-5 out of 10.
Do you need a VPN provider?
Yeah, exactly. Weird. This thing's got ads on it too.
No,
okay, so you got a Vita close by, you've got a 3DS close by. Like I think I might have to bust mine out and just have like my chargers at the ready.
Did you not play Samus Returns?
I didn't.
Okay, and
I should.
Here's the thing. You're not alone. Most people. I don't think Rebecca played it. Most people didn't. So that's the thing.
What the heck I was doing at that time.
That was the point I was trying to make on Shack today. Is that like for a lot of people, Metroid doesn't move the needle. That's not like an opinion. That's true. We all know that. That's why they don't make a lot of them. I'm excited that there seems to be some groundswell for Metroid. Like this stuff sold out like that. I got links for Amiibo that were gone in seconds, Sean. Like 6 seconds was like gone. I was like, how is this happening right now? Like, so I'm excited to see that. Maybe Metroid will finally get some support. So maybe we can prove to Nintendo that we really like them. They should make more of them. That would be
that absolutely has to happen.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been hearing lots about Metroid for years and years and years. It's like, okay,
go buy it.
Now is your time.
Exactly. Go prove it. Go prove to them that you really like Metroid. Because if it only sells 2 million copies, guess what? You're all wrong. You're all full of shit.
Shout out to Jacob Rush, who does Nintendo Nostalgia. When that game came out, he is such a staunch supporter, really, of everything Nintendo, but especially Metroid. They ran a couple of contests that they would just want to buy. They were buying extra copies of the game to share with other people, just so that it was extra copies. Like, I love that mindset.
There's like, buy 2 of them.
There's a couple of you, and Bobby was like this as well. Like, you take the voting with your wallet to like the nth degree. Like that vote matters.
It matters,
and you hope that your vote is replicated 1 trillion times. Like you really you wear that, and I say like the royal you.
Of course, for me, I take it personally because I don't want to throw stones at something I didn't buy. You know, it's like I feel better. I feel like I can give you my full opinion, my full undoctored, genuine opinion when I've laid down my own money on it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm super excited and I buy dumb stuff. And it's because I want to support it. Why did I buy the dumb Dying Light edition? Because I really like Dying Light. And I want them to make another one. You know, like it's just
another one.
Yeah, it's just about that. But like for Metroid not moving the needle, now it's having its time. But for a lot of people, like they're on Twitter, like we were talking on the stream today, right? I was asking Rebecca, like, what's the socials like? Rebecca gets such a better
Yeah.
view of how people are feeling because she's so
Mhm.
popular. I was like, hey, what's the general zeitgeist? She started saying like some people are not happy. I wasn't surprised by that. I don't think it needed to be defended
Mhm.
because it's like their big game was a 2D Metroid game. For a
Yeah.
lot of people, that is nothing. That doesn't move the needle at
Mhm.
all. That's not what they want.
Does that mean maybe Donkey Kong is 2D? Like we think we know, if we take that for real, that the rumor about the next Donkey Kong game is being made by the Mario people.
If it's being made by Mario EAD team, the same Odyssey team, I would hope that they would go 3D with it. I really do. But they're probably. I mean, the safe bet is 2D Donkey Kong.
Hmm.
I would like it
And
to be
in which case they
old
couldn't do
school.
2D games.
I
Yeah.
want old school Donkey Kong. Well,
Like almost like kind of what they're doing. Square's
they
doing it
didn't
with the
make this
Octopath
Metroid
stuff.
game. It's a different developer.
No, I know that. I know
Okay,
that.
okay.
No, sorry. That's not really where I'm going with it. But yeah, I like this idea of like going old school with Donkey Kong, where everything is 3D now, like everything, like the new Mario Brothers, that all looks.
I
Like a
want
certain
modern
way.
retro Donkey Kong. I want
Modern
like,
retro.
I want
Yeah.
NES, SNES remix Donkey Kong. Like, give me a whole game that's just that. Like,
Yeah.
I would love that.
Not made out of yarn, not made out of whatever. Like, was it clay? I think Kirby and Yoshi have
Kirby
each kind of
Rainbow
done those
Curse.
types of. Yeah, they've each kind of done those things. I don't necessarily want that, but I do like that exploration of different art styles.
I was a
for
little
games.
bummed that we didn't. I honestly thought Donkey Kong not Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD would have been an easy thing to put on the Switch.
Oh yeah, that
'Cause
could
they-
be like that could be a thing like available today.
They
could
put
have
it
done
on the
something like that.
Shield,
Yeah,
and that might be one of the things that come out in a direct later this year. That might be a thing. Like that could be a here comes later. We've got a port of a Donkey Kong game. But I want.
I'm glad you brought up Direct.
I
Sorry,
want a
go ahead.
new Donkey Kong. I want that NES
Me
remix
too.
Donkey Kong. Like you take all the arcade, the NES, the SNES, you put all of those games together and you mix and mash and get like crazy Wario with it, but it's all Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That seems really fun. I think that's a great idea.
I want that. I was thinking about the Direct from February and kind of comparing it to this. I don't know when the last time you watched. Maybe it was in February. The last time you watched the February Direct, I felt like that was really strong. And I also heard coming out of that one, people going like, "That one wasn't very good. Like, what's going on with Nintendo?"
Nobody's ever
But
going
it's
to
just
win
gonna
everybody.
happen, and that's just
Yeah.
it. It's this. You're gonna see this, and it's just I weight the E3 presentation heavier, and so that might matter a little bit as well. Like where a February Direct can blow me away because I wasn't really looking at it to do anything, and then E3 maybe objectively they're the exact same. I don't even know if you can really do that, but I really I liked what they did in February. I felt like that was a bit of a bigger pop for me.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't remember all of it, but I want to say I feel like my memory of it was my takeaway was it was a good showing. There was lots of games, but there wasn't a whole lot for me. And I remember
Yeah.
I distinctly remember thinking that there was a lull. I kept saying on Shaq, I was like, "There's nothing happening from like March 20th to May 1st. like,
Yeah.
like we're going 6 weeks without doing anything here. Like
Going dark.
I really wanted a game in there, and I remember feeling that.
I don't think that's going to be the case pretty much for the rest of the year,
Not for
which
the rest
is
of the year.
ultimately where we should really be here.
Yeah, we're pretty good here for the rest of the year.
We got golf coming up in a little bit, so we're
Worried about
pretty
golf.
much. You're worried about, I know.
I'm real worried about Mario Golf. I'm not expecting it to be a banger.
We might have to set up some sort of like Sunday morning time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something to keep it going where we just play locally because like the speed golf looks fun. Like if I was playing in a room with you guys, like I would do speed golf. But if you're gonna be like, let's do speed golf every week, I'm absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing that.
Absolutely
That's not what
not.
I want to play a golf game for. That's just like a fun little arcade mode. But it seems like they've taken that fun little arcade mode and that's the game. Like they've made
Right.
the game all about this, and it's kind of hurting my heart. The 3DS
Mm-hmm.
version. The 3DS version looks like it was way better. It was just so much more feature complete than what we're getting right now. I still
That's
hope
the Animal Crossing as well.
I hope that it comes, right? Like I hope it's just a COVID thing and they'll keep patching, they'll keep updating, and we'll get more. I hope that it's there. But right now, I am not overly optimistic. I'm still going to play, of course, because it's golf
Of
game.
course.
I'll just play golf game by myself.
Yeah.
Like even if
Yeah.
nobody else plays, I'll still just keep playing. I'm totally fine with that. But
Yeah.
I wanted to play tournaments because it felt like a community event, and we've got to find some sort of standing time to do that to keep people interested.
Yeah.
It sucks that
Yeah, I
we're
want
all-
that too.
It sucks that you can only play 4 at a time. It'd be fun if we could all like if we had 30 people playing the course at the same time. That'd be fun, but we can't even do that.
Yeah. Definitely not even an option. Because we're just going to be sweet golf hang, says
Yeah,
Dev.
yeah.
I mean, I'm loving Mario Kart every Thursday, but we're still playing Mario Kart 8
Same thing.
Deluxe. So
Yep.
it's still kind of
Eight
there.
years now, 8, 9 years. You said that in your
mhm.
stream. And you were like, "What was the best Wii U game?" It's got to be Mario Kart. I was thinking that
Probably.
while you were playing it, and I think I said
Yeah.
it for a minute. And I was like, "It's the game you guys are still
It's got to
playing."
be. Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
game you're playing right now. I'll listen to
Yeah, I
other
like-
things, and there's new IPs, and there's like you can make arguments for others, but it's probably it's
Yeah.
got to be Mario Golf or Mario
It
Kart.
can and yeah, there's the obvious ones. There's other, like,
37
deeper
million
questions.
Switch copies on top of the 18, 20 million they sold on Wii U, which was ridiculous. They sold like
More copies of the game than the system
than the
somehow.
system. It was like ridiculous. They sold so many copies of Mario Kart on Wii U, it made no sense. Like every Wii U came with a copy of Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. You have Smash. You're not into it very
Yeah,
much. Like
I'm
this
not
is another
super
one that,
Smash.
dude.
Dude,
My Lincoln was into it. He was
the
like, "What is
Tekken
this?"
fighter sucked.
But I like.
I was not having it. I was like, oh, this is boring. This is
Oh,
real
and
boring.
that set the tone. Like if we're being honest, like that, and when we want, that's what I was kind of talking about before. Like the order of what is revealed kind of influences how I feel about it all. And they started with Smash, and it's like this is a paint by numbers, direct by them. Like this
I said
is
it's
just very,
fighter
like,
guy coming to fighter game, and that's just not
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, and so now you got these categories of what's acceptable for people or what is it. It's like, okay, if you got a fighter guy, not interesting anymore. If he has a sword or Fire Emblem character, not interesting. Like there's very few
I mean,
kind of things
I'm
that can hit
excited
now.
for Tekken fans. I'm sure that they're excited. I know that they are. And that's not always true. I was excited for Ryu, but come on, it's
Yeah.
Ryu. It's not.
Like Street Fighter,
Yeah, it's not Tekken
Yeah.
guy.
I feel like there's a Ryu in like every other game.
Ryu Hayabusa. That would have been.
yeah.
That would have been way. I think everybody that I've ever heard rumored, I think, would have been more exciting than
Crash.
the guy. Even Crash, and I hate Crash, and it's like that.
Yeah, I
would have
hate
been-
Crash too. and
That would have
I
been
agree.
better than this.
Yeah,
This is bad.
Like put Crash on a screen with Mario and Sonic on
I
there.
paid
like,
for
would,
that DLC.
Mhm.
It's like I
Yeah.
don't want this.
That's something else too. It's a bit of a blind grab, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
you got a blind bag kind of thing. You don't even know what you're getting, and they're charging you up front for it, man. You don't even know.
Piranha Plant was better. Arms
Piranha
Girl,
Plant was
like
awesome.
Min Min was better. Like
Min Min was there.
this is
She
better
kinda
than
got stuck on
everybody,
his
right?
leg there.
Joker's way better. Everybody. Well, you know what? I didn't agree with. I think this is better than Terry Bogard.
Yeah.
I thought Terry Bogard was like the most obscure reach.
I'm like, why do I have his?
And when it
amiibo?
came up, like all these people were like, "Of course it's Terry." I'm like, who?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was from King of Fighters. I'm still who?
Well, and that's just like
It was popular in 1994. It's like who?
Exactly.
Why
if
are
you
we
were
doing
if
this
you were
now?
in it back then, you see those those fighters like fighting each other now, you're kind of geeking out a little bit. Like you see him fighting like Ken and Ryu, like that's kind of a
That's the
pretty
even
awesome.
depth. Says Art of Fighting, not King of Fighting.
Actually, Art of Fighting.
Art
not
of
King
Fighting. Could you imagine? You know how even old that even sounds? The game Art of Fighting. Oh my god. Let's get the guy from Golf. Just the just Golf.
Links on PC. Y'all don't know. You don't follow the fighting.
So
scene.
what?
Who does?
It doesn't
Who
matter.
does
Even if we
anymore?
don't, I bought the DLC. I'm allowed to not like it because I bought the DLC. It doesn't matter if I follow
Yeah.
the fighting scene or not. It's about if it matters to me, and it doesn't. Terry Bogard doesn't. I do like Tekken guy better than Terry Bogard. That-
Something weird is happening with Smash though, Donnie, where I'm like, I might just be buying this game.
Are you serious?
Like it's so I don't know. Like there's some weird irrational thing that happens with Nintendo and me every once in a while.
when
like,
you get the direct, you get the feeling. You got the Jones.
there's
you're like,
all those characters. There's all those characters.
No.
I don't even have like there's not one of the,
I will
the
never
recent-
get rid of my copy of Smash because I have
Right.
the DLC and I have all the characters, and it's a great collection to have. But that's to me, that's all it is. To me, right
Yeah.
now, Smash is just a collection. I have a collection of
Right.
Smash.
It just seems like I should have it.
Yeah.
It just seems like I've talked about this for the few games. It's like the Microsoft Paint on the system. You just have it. No, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it should come with it. I'm not saying it should be free, but
You
it's
said
just like
Microsoft. You reminded me. You were talking about this order stuff, and you were really let down about the Arcane game being the closer
yeah,
of the Xbox.
in it, yeah. And then I look back again, and you and I have chatted about this. Yes, you actually did a better job pitching this than I think Microsoft did, because if you kind of said it on stream somewhere over the last couple of days, you said to me like, if they just told us at the show, we're going to show you a brand new IP from Arcane,
We're going to
makers
close with a
of-
brand new IP of Arcane.
Yeah, if that was just sort of like what we knew was going to happen, that would have been better rather than they leave it in a spot that people expect them to go like, now we got something that's going to punch you in the teeth and you're just going to be blown away by this. And if that wasn't what that game was, but if they just kind of set that expectation, and then there's the other side of me that goes like, I like to be surprised. So I am aware that I can't really have it, both ways. But we've seen Sony do this. We've seen Nintendo do this as well, where they said, and even Ubisoft did it very clearly. They said what we are going to see. They left very, very little surprises. They told us we're going to get Far Cry.
I wonder if they'd get more. What do you think? Do you think people would be more happy if everybody just came out and said it? Like, not said it, but said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they said this, like, look, today we're going to show you 6 games coming to Game Pass, Stalker 2, Halo. You're going to see the next game in the Forza series, and we're going to show you a brand new IP from Arcane. And there was no surprise.
Yeah.
But you sat down and you watched that show, you knew what you were coming. Would you have been like more receptive to Redfall in that moment? You're like, here's the Arcane game. I feel like Redfall,
yes, but everything else, no. I'm being very particular here about this. That final spot is precious.
It's sacred,
and I feel like
to you.
Yeah, I think so. I think for a lot of people as well that
what if they put
if
Halo
it's not going to be, I think that would have been okay.
Forza?
I thought Forza would have actually been better. Actually.
Forza was really impressive. So I think you just like ending on a really strong note.
Yeah, and it is that surprise. Like, you didn't see this coming, and it's really, really like the way they did Forza. They kind of hinted at this. They didn't really do it in this way. Sony fans, this will resonate with people who like this, the way that Sony does things, where you're looking at a game and it doesn't actually reveal itself for quite some time. You're like, oh, that looks beautiful. Look at the waterfall, and oh my gosh, this is a great landscape, and holy crap, that's Kratos. Like, look at the axe. Like, that could be like that's Kratos. This is a God of War game. Like, that's a really good moment, and that's that swell that you hear in the audience. And I feel like they could have kind of achieved that with Forza if they leaned into that even more than they really did, which was, look at this landscape. This is the Mexican jungle desert that they've got going on over there, and here come the cars, and you're just like, what in the world? Like, it was visually stunning.
Forza was stunning. My game was showing. If I had to pick one, it's Forza Horizon. And it's not close, actually.
That developer deserves that spot, I think, is another kind of way to put it. And maybe this is the Bethesda, bookending that they did. Yeah. Starfield opened it and Arcane ended it. That was maybe a respect move.
You got people like Dev and others. They really were into Redfall. There are people that are really into what they show.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of lukewarm home on it. I had some issues with what they showed, but I was excited to see that they were showing it. To me, it was, this is cool. It's a brand new game. It's Bethesda. Like, they're putting Bethesda in prime spots. To me, I was like, this makes sense to me. But
totally. And when you list them off, like, check them off the boxes, new IP, that's what people have been screaming about. They talk about how Xbox is just Forza, Gears, and Halo. Like, they break that mold. So if they put Forza into that, they reinforce that it's just Halo, Forza and Gears.
And Halo. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's you can only imagine like the conversations that are happening when they build these presentations out. Where they decide to put everything and what it all means. And
we spent a lot of time on Nintendo tonight because it's on our minds.
It's today.
It was a real special weekend for Xbox, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no doubt.
Really, really great showing. I didn't expect them to show half as strong as I think they did. Mm-hmm. I was expecting kind of a middling bridge year kind of E3 for Xbox. Sure. We've seen those shows from Xbox before.
Yep.
And I didn't expect them to be as strong. Knowing all that I knew about their pipeline, I didn't expect them to be as strong. I was really surprised.
You have those great, and I still haven't seen it. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. You have those great pictures from Xbox going, here are the games you're playing in June, July, August, September, October, November. I haven't seen yet what typically happens after a Nintendo Direct, where it's like, here's a bunch of game logos, and people circle them with green, red, or orange, or whatever. Like, which one are you going to get? I haven't seen that go around yet. Yeah, and that's maybe, I don't know. That's a bit of a thing. I'm not really sure that.
So I got. All right. Let's do.
I don't want to do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It'll be fun. Okay, so I'm getting Skyward Sword, Monster Hunter Stories 2, No More Heroes 3.
Yellow.
I have pre-ordered Mario Party Superstars. I have pre-ordered Metroid Dread. Awesome name, by the way. Just fucking awesome name. I love the title screen. They had me from the title. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool. It's fun
Well,
to
I wanna
see
hang on that
Metroid
for a
be
sec.
cool again, you know?
I want to hang on that for a second because I kind of wish that the way that they deliver the news, the headlines, it's so like clinical. It's so like samey. It doesn't lead into anything. There's no mood that gets you into it. It's just like, and here's a game that's coming from Nintendo.
Like the whole little
and then it's like,
side-scrolling thing.
and it's Metroid. It's like, it's dark. And like, you're right. Like that has a lot of atmosphere to it. And I wish they had a little bit more of a
Dev, I don't
like,
remember
lead into
Fusion.
that.
I didn't have a GBA and stuff, so you know, I played
Yeah.
Fusion. I played Fusion on Wii U, but I don't have the tide in where it sits. I know this is the 5th one. It's a closing chapter. All of that's beyond me.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
just
whatever.
played a Metroid game.
Dude, that's me with like pretty much every timeline in any game.
Did
Halo,
I say Advance Wars?
You didn't, not yet.
So that's
yeah,
6.
you're there day
Number
one.
6 is Advance Wars.
Yeah.
And I will get Maiden of Blackwater. I'll get Fatal Frame, but I will get Fatal Frame on Xbox. I didn't expect that. I will get it on Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, that one actually was. I was talking to Kato about it on the drive as well. Like, I think I was more into that than she was. I want to see her play it just because I like to see people get kind of.
Rebecca asked me if she
about it.
should play it, and it was hard for me to say because.
She should definitely play
all
it.
I know
That'd be
from
huge.
Rebecca is like when she's played Resident Evil, like how much she hates Ashley, like what she's wearing and how she stumbles around, and it's like that's Fatal Frame. Everybody's in a mini skirt.
They literally talked about the costumes.
They're constantly like wet, and like the clothes are kind of see through, and they fall down all the damn time. It's like I was like, I don't know, Rebecca, maybe not.
Rob's not on that one.
But I love Fatal Frame. I have it on Wii U. I've
Yeah.
wanted it for a long time. I've been saying I wanted to come to Switch. I never thought it would based off the director's comments. That's an interesting one because it seems like Nintendo has relinquished publishing rights. They've either given the blessing or they've relinquished publishing rights on that one.
Yeah. Let me click on this here to see who's actually published.
I didn't
I'll find this.
I didn't expect that it was coming to all platforms. That really, really shocked me.
Koei Tecmo is
Tecmo.
publishing this
That's
one.
what I was. Yeah. So in that regard, I will get it on Xbox because I have got faith that I'll be able to keep playing that copy for consoles in the future, and I don't know that about Switch. And
that's a big deal.
I think that sucks for some people to, like, when they're reminded of that, maybe they don't want to hear that. But the reason that matters to me, especially like it mattered to me for Scott Pilgrim, and Maiden of Blackwater falls into this because it was digital only on Wii U, and I couldn't get a physical copy, and the only physical copies that were ever printed were in Europe, and it was region locked. I couldn't even import it. It wouldn't even work. So like when it was like, and it's coming to Xbox, it's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get that then.
Yeah.
Like
I have zero history in it, but it looks awesome.
At least then I know, like, I have the expectation that 10 years from now I'll still be able to play it.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, that matters.
And that's a big deal. Like we're kind of in that. Like you can look back 10 years. It feels like just yesterday, and we're you know a decade older for it. But yeah, we're in these zones where I'd like to play some of these games, and we just can't.
That matters to me. I buy
So
some.
of course it impacts your buying decisions now.
Yeah.
What else do you got on there?
That's all it comes to
mean,
mind.
how many games does it say? How many games they actually did here?
7. That's 7 from here to December.
Good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
And that's how many
You didn't
months
say
is that?
WarioWare either. WarioWare is day one for me.
I thought I said that. No?
Maybe you did. I don't
Hang
know.
on. All right, let's do it again. Hang on a
for
second.
me.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Monster Hunter Series 2, Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
All right. Are we counting? We're not going to count
yeah.
Mario Golf?
Let's go through. I've got the presser right here. Do you want to just go like
Let's do it.
bypass kind of
Let's
that
do it.
kind of thing?
I'll write it down.
I'll try to keep it. I'll try to keep it to what's coming out this year. If I mention something outside of 2021, then kick me in the face. Metroid Dread is first.
Yep, that's 1.
I'm maybe. WarioWare, I'm day 1.
Yep, that's 2.
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Pass.
It's a no for me. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is a maybe for me.
Nope, I'm in.
Game & Watch Legend of Zelda.
Got the Game & Watch.
That's a no for me. Mario Party Superstars
Already ordered.
What is the word? I'm just gonna get it, I guess.
Yep. It's going to be fun. We're going to play together.
Monster Hunter. Well, golly, don't even get me started again on multiplayer.
Dude, it was a
Monster
mess
Hunter
last-
Stories 2 Wings of Ruin.
Yep.
I think I'm getting that damn game, and
gonna be good.
my God, I think I'm gonna have a good time with that. Life is Strange: True Colors.
I'm getting it on Xbox.
Xbox. They had the remastered for Life is Strange collection there as well.
We got into such a huge argument about that like 2 months ago, me and Rebecca, one day. She was really like yelling, like all capsing me in the chat one day when it was rated for Switch. And and I remember she apologized. She was like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Don't apologize." I was like, "You're fine." Because I've
Why
always
was she yelling at you?
because I've always wanted Life is Strange to come. I've been talking on Shaq for 2 years. I'm like, why can't we play Life is Strange games? And then it gets rated, and my first thing that I said to her was, I'm going to play it on Xbox. And she was just like, you keep saying this. It's like, no, I'm happy that it's here. I want it to be
it should be
included,
there.
but like, I want to see it as pretty as possible. Like, I'm not going to play it on Switch. You know,
She needed to be podcasting in the Wii U days because that's ultimately what we all wanted to see. We were screaming about third-party support. We wanted it there, whether or not like it was going to be something we personally bought. It was just like it was a sign of like a health of the platform.
Yeah.
It's kind of my comments about Hades being on Xbox now. It's like, thank God, like there's just so many of these great games that just seemingly skip over Xbox, and that was Nintendo's problem last gen.
I'll probably replay the collection too. I don't even think about that. I'll need to make time to replay those.
Ooh. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
That's maybe. I'm almost on that one.
I'm in on that one.
I
Yeah, that one
love
looks...
Super Monkey Ball. Or at least I did. I won't say I love it. I haven't played everything, but I've played one on Wii and 3DS, and I do like it.
Wii
it's
was
fun.
good.
But it's $40 in a packed lineup. That was one. So what I said on Shaq is it
that
comes
was
out
October 5th.
It comes out in October. That's a perfect Black Friday snipe. I might wait for Black Friday, give it a couple weeks, and I'll be able to get it for half off.
Okay, I adjust my answer to that. Yes, exactly that. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, so I'm sorry, Jace Baldridge. Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
S. Ultimate Summer Camp. And also Danganronpa Decadence. The 3 classic games in the series. I'm waiting for somebody to buy me those games, you know? Somebody can buy them. I want to try them, but yeah, I don't know.
Diablo 2 is in September. I'm buying that too, and I'm buying it on Switch.
Oh, Diablo 2, my goodness. Hyrule Warriors Expansion Pass.
Nope. I have no
Mario
love
Golf.
for that game. Yeah, I'm getting Golf.
Golf. I'm going to play.
Good golf
Legend
game.
of Zelda Skyward Sword. Getting it day one.
Yep.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2
get
looked
it.
like a PSP game.
I'll get it when it's cheap.
I will not.
Like under
Just
$20,
Dance.
I'll get it.
Just Dance 2022.
Yeah.
Do your kids do those at all?
My daughter used to, and she's really fallen off of it the last couple of years.
I think I asked you that a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I think that series will enter our house very, very soon. I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
It's a fun
Because
time.
we were
You can
watching
do
the
videos
together.
You can do videos of you guys dancing and stuff together. I've got all these
Yeah.
videos of me and my daughter doing dancing and stuff. They're special moments.
They liked it when it popped up. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Cloud version.
No.
2 Point Campus.
No.
Was that coming at where else? We saw it
Game
at
Pass.
Was it actually coming on Xbox's thing or was it Jeff Keighley's thing? And is it Game
I think
Pass?
it was Summer Games Fest. I think
I
want
to check it out.
Pass.
Definitely not buying it on Switch.
Yeah.
Worms Rumble.
I want to because I like Worms.
I know I want to too. Me too.
But I got it on PlayStation and it's free and I couldn't find matches.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't find matches for 2 weeks. We tried playing, me and my son. We tried
Yikes.
playing it and I can't find anybody to play it with. It's like this online Worms Royale thing, but there's nobody there.
Cross-platform too, actually.
I was stunned. I tried for a week and I was like, well, there's just nobody here, so I guess I'll delete it.
Yeah. Fatal Frame.
Yep.
Buying. I'm gonna probably Xbox.
I'm buying it on Xbox.
Cruisin' Blast.
No.
Do you
That was
remember?
one of the so Garrett and I on the pre-show when we were doing our pre-stream, we were talking. I think Rebecca hated this. We were like, all right, everybody said lower our expectations. So me and Garrett did, what's the worst show that they could do? like we were like, what do we think what's the bar? What's the lowest of low? And one of the things I said was they show us a lot of games that we already know about. And then I said, they're going to have that little indie reel where they show us, or not indie reel, but a third party reel where they show us like Panzer Dragoon and stuff from the past. And this was that moment. Like when it came up, I was like, oh no.
God, it looked bad. It looked
did not look
really not good.
You cannot use the Cruisin' moniker with the soft
Cruisin'.
in and do that. Like if you're going to use that, you better show up.
Well, yeah, because didn't they have like, what was it, Hot something? What's that? It was on Xbox as well. There's another kind of arcadey, almost like Cruisin' USA.
Yeah, that's what you're evoking, right? That's exactly what they're going for. They're going Cruisin' World, Cruisin' USA. It's like if you're going to do that, show up.
Yeah.
Don't come
Daytona.
here with this nonsense.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot,
which
you
I
like this game.
love. I like that game a lot. Not like it's not the best game in the world. It is a really great like time consumption. Good 8, Great
Yeah.
7, whatever you want to call it. I really,
Sure.
really liked it. It's a good button. It is. So when you watch Dragon Ball Z, the anime, if you like it and you're like, that's cool, this game lets you do that.
Yeah.
It's Dragon Ball Z, the game. Like, it lets you fly around. It lets you pull off all the moves. I liked it a
I
lot.
keep getting tricked.
But I've already bought it. I mean, I've already played it, so it's a no. But if it had come last year, day and date, I would have got it on Switch.
Yeah, I think this is a pass for me. Strange Brigade is a no for
that
me.
game is bad. I played that game on Xbox, and I thought it was awful.
Oh man, it didn't show well either. Astria Ascending is the last one on the list here. September 30th.
Absolutely,
That's
not.
a no. Absolutely not. So it's not like there's nothing here. I think I just kind of like walked
cancel
through that.
Life is Strange, and we cancel Fatal Frame, but we add Diablo 2. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things that I've purchased today.
Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of dollars. It's good.
How can you like how could I then be like, it was an okay direct? No, it wasn't. It was a great direct. I bought a lot of stuff. That's ultimately what matters.
Not a small number.
It doesn't matter what order they're in. It doesn't matter how surprised we were. Like, none of that matters. What matters
That's
is
ultimately what it comes down to.
of the ratio of things that were here, how much of it do you want to buy? That's what matters.
Yeah.
And for the Nintendo show, I wanted to buy most of it.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
What about you?
You can have
how
a
much
fun year.
of this do you want to buy?
I should have been writing these things down.
Sounds like at least half.
Well, I don't know if it's quite half. We got definitely like day ones are because I might come around on Metroid. I want to see a demo, but I'm not going to count that in here. WarioWare, Game and Watch. Nope, not Game and Watch. That's not what I meant. WarioWare, reluctantly is the word I was dancing around. Mario Party, Monster Hunter Stories. So I've got 3. Super Monkey Ball will be Black Friday, as you mentioned. So I'm not going to count that one just yet. Mario Golf I knew about, which is 4. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is 5, and I think that's gonna do it for me.
No More
We'll do
Heroes?
Fatal Frame somewhere else. No More Heroes is not on this list actually.
No, I know.
and
I'm just
I don't know.
asking.
I don't know. And yeah, you're right. And Diablo 2 will be on Xbox. So there's 5 games that I'll actually buy on Switch.
That's
probably
not an
day one.
insignificant amount either.
It's not nothing. That's not nothing.
That's
and
one
those
a
are
month.
$80 games usually.
That's a pretty good direct.
So here I am, pretty curmudgeon
That's
about
a
only
pretty
spending.
good direct. They're like,
What
we
is
got
that?
A purchase out of Sean every month for the rest of the year.
Man, I'm like stumbling around with this math. Is that $400? They're $80 games.
They're $80.
Yeah,
Lord,
WarioWare is not a full price game. I think it's a $50
$10 off. It's $50.
Yeah. So, but whatever. I'm not gonna.
That made that easier to jump in onto. It's like
Yeah,
it's
$400 worth
$50.
of games this year. So, yeah, $400 that aren't going into the kids' college fund.
Yeah. But hey, look,
not one play
that's
games.
the beauty of Game Pass. They free us up to buy other stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, like
And I
you
gotta-
don't have to buy Halo. You don't have to buy Back for
know.
Blood.
Nobody
you don't
has
have to
buy
buy
Halo.
Forza Horizon 5. You don't have to buy any of that, Sean.
We are here. Back for Blood is that if we don't get like our multiplayer community nights or whatever from any of this stuff happening, like Back for Blood, I am here for it. We're gonna be doing Back for Blood nights. We're gonna be doing Halo nights. With lots of community stuff that can happen on Xbox, and that's really Xbox's strength. It shouldn't be a surprise. You just want to be enjoying Nintendo games with people.
100%.
What's a Rectally Light Nights, Dev, in the chat? Back for Blood Day 1. I mean, it's such a no-brainer. You don't even pay for them.
Yep.
Just remember, Sean, you don't have to buy Xbox games, so you're good, says
Good
Dev.
Lord, Redfall.
And like, I think part of the things
Is that what's going to get Dev over on the Empire and get Xbox for Redfall? Come podcast with me and Elaine.
Good Lord, Redfall.
I'm trying to save Dev. It's like, come on over here.
Yeah. What was that 2022? They were just giving us, or did they even say 2022?
That was the best part of that announcement. That's what I said on Empire. The best part about that announcement is that game is out next year because they need it. They need a game next year. They need a couple that's going to get us to 2023. 2023 is going to be amazing, Sean. I hope we're still podcasting when the time comes because it's going to be.
That's what I was going to say to you for the rest of this year. Even that is that kind of the thing that maybe, I don't know, blows where we were at a couple of weeks ago out of the water, where we're like, it's kind of dry, like we don't really have a lot going on, and like, are we going to be doing this forever? Like we had those chats, and now we've got a bit of a roadmap, and like let's play all the games because I'm loaded up, man. I'm ready.
I
to
would
go.
never decide not to do this because of a game library or lack thereof. Like when I
Yeah.
decide to stop doing this, it might be sooner than 2023. I don't know. I don't think about. I do think about it. I think often, a bit more than what I would like to. But it's just to me, it'll be for time reasons, and just like I said before, just there is an appealing part to me in my head of just maybe getting off the carousel for a bit.
Yep.
And it's just.
But then you have to listen to what everybody else has to say.
But
Maybe you don't like
to,
what
but
they
you
have.
don't have to listen.
That's true. That's true. That's a big step off.
The longer that
from
we've
just-
been doing this, I feel like that gets to a point where it's feeling more and more appealing and intriguing to me at sometimes. But there are days like today where it gets real exciting. It's like, man, I really like doing this.
Yeah,
Like the
and
Xbox
community comes
moment
together.
was really liked doing that stream with you.
Same here, man.
And Elaine, and like it's really, really. Those
And
are the
Nate.
moments that refill the tank, and you kind of keep going. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like, just do it once a month.
But I'll be honest with you.
It's a weekly grind.
We've talked about this both publicly and privately, and Dev knows this. This is not really news. I don't think news to people that listen to me because I'm pretty honest and open about it. I think with you have a goal, whether you ever reach that goal or not, but you have this goal. You would very much like to do this, like for a living. I don't have that goal. I never have. So at some point, I'm going to step off the ride, I think, because it's just a lot.
You're
And I can't
better
keep
at it.
doing
You
it
could
forever.
be.
It's
Yeah,
just a
you're-
lot.
You're
It's
really
a lot
good
of
at
time.
it. Though.
It's a lot of commitment, and it's not just time it takes pocket. We've talked about this before. I don't want to regurgitate all that.
Sure.
But eventually, there will be, and I don't know when it. I don't know when it will be. I will. All right. So to give everybody to put it in perspective, I've given some thought about like how I want to do it. I have some ideas for like how I plan that exit. So, I don't know.
Snap your fingers and then half the podcast just
No, I
disappear.
definitely don't want to quit. Like I'm not going to be like, all right, I'm done. You guys are done. No, but I've thought about like, would it be crazy if it's like, I give like everybody like a 1 year warning. Like, what if next year was like my last year? It's like, hey,
You're gonna be like Jay
it's
Leno
been a long time. Or
And you're like, okay, Conan, you're up, and then go. Just kidding. I don't want to quit.
yeah,
anymore,
right.
Actually.
You know better than that. I'm not that way. If I commit to something, I'm going to do it.
That's true.
I've thought like, what if it's like, after Breath of the Wild, to be really Breath of the Wild 2, like,
Yeah.
really great time to like, it's been fun,
Mm-hmm.
and free Rebecca up to go on bigger and better things. Garrett can hang out
She's
the
the
Nintendo
one.
Drive, like everybody can fill in on other places. Like, yeah, I think there's
And I
something.
picture you like Thanos, just tired.
Yeah,
You did it. You did
yeah.
it. And you're off in the
See,
sunset
that's it.
looking.
That is the perfect way of putting it. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's not that I'm tired. It's just that you get to I've gotten close to the point where I feel like I've done it. Like I've done everything I thought I could ever set out to do.
Same. Oh, I
And I
felt
think
like that 2 years ago.
I've said everything that I think I can bring to a lot of these conversations. Oftentimes I feel like I'm saying the same things over and over again.
Sure.
I don't like that as much. It makes me feel like I got nothing new to say.
Yeah.
So there are things like that remind me, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'm like super long for this. I don't want to put anybody on alarm. I'm not walking out this year by any means.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll be doing this for another 2 or 3 years.
I guess we'll see. I'm
We'll
going to
see.
set the timer.
We'll see.
I should set a reminder in my Google Calendar. Is Donnie still podcasting?
I would like to do the house party. That would be very special to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be very nice to do that.
I'm there.
before-
I'm
before
there,
we
man.
go.
No matter I'm a couple weeks away from second shot. I think the world's gonna open back up a little bit. It's a possibility. That's
Yeah.
legit. Like that's
Get-
happening.
Getting in DLC territory if you want to go there. Do you want to go? Like, you want to talk, or you trying to?
I'm good.
Okay.
Kids are in bed. I'm settled in. My butt's a little sore.
So
Maybe
like
I'll
going in
stand up.
DLC territory, there's been a part of me that's always been like, could I turn it over and just like sit on the sidelines for a bit? Like maybe
Yeah.
I go monthly or like a guest appearance or something. And I just don't see how that works.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
I thought about that too.
I just don't see how that works. I don't think either, like, I feel like I would either not like how it's being done and not like it's not being done my way, or not think it's being done enough or well enough, or something would happen where I would. So it's better. I think it's better. We're done. This is it. Godspeed,
it's-
everybody. Best endeavors.
I go in those circles as well, and I just think like this is something that brings us together as friends. It's the whole reason the show even exists.
And then
like
maybe-
that's the thing that ultimately like keeps
Maybe
me
if I
locked in.
close it, then maybe that allows me to like be free and like maybe just guest, like maybe hang around, be a fan for a while. And it's like, hey, if, Sean wants me to come talk to him once a month or once every 3 months or something, like I can do that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, and that is, I actually think it's a big part of the drive. A big part of the drive to keep going. One of the things that's kept me going is like, if you turn it off, you just turn it off. Like, are we all still friends?
Yeah.
Do I still talk? Do I still talk to Dev every week?
I think probably.
Do I talk to Rebecca?
You're so
anymore?
active on Discord. And like, yeah.
Are we all still friends? Is this like the fabric that weaves us together? And like, if it goes away,
I think it's part of it. I think it's definitely part of the fabric.
And I think that's probably the biggest pool. It's like, well, we just keep doing it because I don't know what my week would be like if we don't.
Well, and that's why I like kind of disconnecting from any goals, really, which is not necessarily like part of my DNA to really even do. Is like, there is no goal except the fact that we get to hang out with our friends. Like ultimately, like, sort of like all that you have left at the end of the day is family.
Yeah,
is kind of the deal.
Yeah,
and whether there's people who listen and all that kind of stuff, like all the things you started out maybe trying to go after, it seems so superfluous when you realize that like you've got such great friendships and you get this time with everybody that you can talk and you can chat about this and everything else. I worry that you turn it off and that the rest goes away.
Yeah, it's like high school.
It's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
You had really strong connections with those people, and where are they all now?
Because you were in high school together.
Yeah, where are they all now?
Like
eventually it fades away.
I think everything does. So that's kind of and maybe that's a painful part of some people's. Maybe some people are happy to be away from.
Well, I've brought this up to my wife, and she's actually brought up one thing, and I don't know if I have it in me, but she's one of the things she's brought up. She's like, you should at least do it until the kids leave. She's like, yeah, because I think a big part of it's just like the kids are growing up, and I've said this before. Like the kids are growing up, they've got like real stuff that's going on now. Like they're dating and they're about to start driving. It's like, it's not just little commitments anymore. Like they're like in their rooms drawing or something. They've got real stuff's going on. So time is becoming more and more valuable. But my wife's always like, but when they're gone, then what?
Yeah.
Like, you need something to do.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, that is another thing.
Wives should be worried about that for their husbands.
That's another thing in my head. It's like, what do I do? Like, let's say I go 2 years from now, like we're done. Does that mean 2 years from then I want to come back?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It's possible.
So it's a stretch for a couple of years in there to kind of bridge that gap a little bit.
I've also given real thoughts. I'll run this idea by you. Not that I'd ever probably put it into practice, but it's just a lot of it is just multiple shows a week, multiple editings a week, multiple postings a week, multiple show notes a week, multiple preparations a week. Like, what if I could like converge it all into one?
Yeah.
Like, is that a PSVG show? Is it a new show? Like, does it make sense to like Shaq and Empire gone off to such strong starts? Well, especially Empire's like Shaq's going for so long. But like, what if I do like Garrett, Rebecca, Elaine, and Dev on like a one show, and we just do one show a week? Is that something they even want to do? Like, would they even care? Like, would Rebecca even want to talk about anything that's not Nintendo? But like, if I could just do it in one shot, like I'm in and out in one shot, one show, one discussion.
Except they're 4 hours long.
that's part of it.
Dude, that's like a whole other category of podcasts that I'm like discovering all of a sudden. It's like, okay, we're having 9 people on the show. It's going to be 4 hours long.
I listened to Sacred Symbols this week. It was like 4 hours. I listened to it over like 3 days. You talk about salty people angry at E3. They didn't sound like they liked any damn thing. I was listening. I was like, Colin, man, he hated everything.
yeah. I mean, that's Colin.
It's
a marketing machine.
Donnie, yes, but I've thought about that. I've actually thought like, what if I could pare it all down? Yeah. Into like one, like what if we could like, it's like PSVG has evolved so far to this point. What if we devolved? Like, is there room to devolve back down to the PSVG show with my weekly host? Because I love podcasting with Elaine and Rebecca and Garrett, and I would hate to never be able to talk to devs. Like, so if I could shove it all into one show, like, would that work? Would people want to hear that? Like, again, would they even want to talk about that if it's not just Nintendo? Because I know a lot of people like our Nintendo Jack, like, because it's just Nintendo.
Of course.
They don't want to hear us talk about PlayStation, Xbox, or anything else.
It's harder to find an audience that way. That's the whole reason.
But I was talking to free me up, have more time. Like, would that kick the wheels in motion? I guess
probably. And I mean, the other thing too, though, is like you're talking just the recording time, but then also all the other things you're identifying pain points at this point. Yeah. So what sucks about it? And maybe you just remove all that. Like,
I've thought about that.
No editing. Like, it's just whatever you record. Like, that's just what goes out.
I've talked about this with my wife, and this is where we go. I'm like, If I could do that, would it be better? Would it not? Who knows? I don't know. We haven't tried.
I mean, I don't edit or post most of what I do now, and it is awesome.
I bet it is, man. I bet it is.
It is well, and I'm still left with the Pants Patreon podcast, and We the Gamercast is still a little bit tricky. That will continue to be that way. So I'm still doing 2 shows, but
my biggest frustration today. This shit.
Running
and I'm dealing with it, and my voice is out, and then I've got to splice all the audio, and I've got to make it sound as good as I can. It's like, if I could remove all that.
What about live?
Yeah.
What about the live part of it?
Yeah, I would remove it if I didn't. The reason that we do it is I think people like it. I don't do it because I like it. That's not why I do it. I do it because people like being in the show. They like seeing us.
Well, and they show up, and I love seeing them. Like, I'm not even trying to suggest, because like I'm just trying to explore it with you. Like, what would actually make your life easier?
Sweet hangs. We're just hanging out, shooting the shit.
Sweet hangs, exactly. But yeah, people show up here and they like being part of it.
They want to.
Bobby and I turned off if we ran Nintendo from being live. Obviously, the Xbox Drive, the Nintendo Drive, those aren't live. I don't think anything that we do on Yumi Capri is live. Actually, now that I think about it, 0 shows are live on air. So there's that part of it that can complicate things. It can make things just one extra thing that you're thinking about.
It's just a bigger production. It's more stress. There's more stuff to deal with it. Yeah. So I've had those thoughts. So when we get into those moments and you hear me,
I also stream. That's
you say
true,
like you're worried about. I'm worried about you, Donnie. I remember you said that. You're like, I'm worried about you. Like when I get in those spaces, thinking about it.
I'm not worried about you in this conversation. Good. Like you are filled up. You are fueled.
Oh yeah,
you're ready to go. There's lots to talk about, to consume, to discuss, to have people around. But that wasn't necessarily the case before E3. We were all leading up to and hoping that they would give us, like the collective, they would give us stuff to be excited about. And I feel like there's still a bright future about it. But yeah, I encourage you to do it, man. I encourage you to think about like how is life going to be a little bit easier? Are there people who want to contribute in a certain way? Like, I don't know. Not posting, not doing the editing is phenomenal.
Well, it's one of those things.
Very fortunate.
One of the things that's caused me to be so reflective is 2-3 years ago, PSVG was so strong with so many people that wanted to give so much time, and that time commitment has really waned. And folks have just gotten busier and busier and busier. And I think to try and keep up appearances and make sure that people were still being fed and met and Patreon is still giving, I filled in a lot of the gaps.
Oh yeah.
It's just me filling in more and more and more. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, I can't fill in anymore.
Yeah,
that's it. So now,
that's enough.
And how long can I keep it up? That's a part of it. So like when I'm in the headspace, that's where I'm kind of at. I'm like, how do we let some of it go? Like this show was a big part of it, right? I could let go of a couple of my extra commitments. And then like this show, I don't do anything. I come here and just talk to you. That's it.
Yeah.
Like it's all Ryan and it feels great.
It feels awesome.
Really
the funny thing is like we don't even promote it, honestly. No. Like it feels like really just for like our people.
It's underground.
It really is. Like I don't tweet it out. Like I was saying to Kato, like I'm so kind of disconnected to it, for better or for worse. It like it releases on Wednesday and I'm like, oh yeah. Like we recorded that like whatever day it was before. I think it comes out on Wednesday.
I don't even know what number it is and shit.
No, it's so good. Yeah.
Oh,
Flux
man.
is in the chest. Is just showing up is always the best. Yeah, he's right there. There he is.
Wow. How long's Jason been around? What did you think of the direct there, buddy? Happy Nintendo
A while
Day.
Jason appears.
I haven't heard from Jason all day long. I was reading Steven's
I haven't
thing.
heard of him.
He said, I stopped listening to so many movie podcasts because they were always so negative. That's why I like this in the Shack. I mean, there's a time to be negative. I think sometimes there's a time to be negative, but I try to bring the hype and be positive and be bouncy. People like that. That's infectious. Nobody wants to hear you just hate everything, except for RPGs. I will continue to hate on the RPG Cave and all these games that Garrett and Ryan.
That's a special little niche that they found there.
I'm going to be the RPG Cave hater. I'm going to give them a bad review.
It's going to make your turn all the more glorious for them when you finally discover, oh wait, this is a good genre. I kind of like this. It's going to make it, you've got all the content out there for them to gather up and create a little bit of a montage.
How Bobby was to Kirby?
Yeah.
That's how I am to JRPG.
Wow, that's like the lowest. There's nothing worse. He didn't even like me joking about
18,000 of the same game. You know, it's just Dragon's Crown, the other thing, Final Fantasy, Hiding Chronicles. It's just the same damn game over and over again. It's like, here's a buff dude with some armor. Here's a girl. She's not wearing anything. You know, it's like the same damn game. It's like, how?
Well, there's an appeal to that. Triangle strategy. There's 3 different ways.
Doing it over and over again. What was the one? Atelier. Sean.
I might try it.
The
I'm going to try it and I'll tell you all about it.
Stuff that has like just ruined my life this year. Every time
you make it a little easy.
Every time
usually
the game
make those things
is commercials or a sale, the Twitter tags, man, just
tag Donnie.
Hey Donnie,
tag Donnie, just in case you missed it. You know, because you're such a big fan, you wouldn't have missed it. You absolutely would not have missed that. How could somebody hate Kirby? Says Stevens. He's so dang cute. Bobby hated Kirby so much.
He got mad. I named my cat Kirby, and he gave me shit for it.
Oh yeah, he hates Kirby so much.
This is my real cat.
He always felt like it was the kiss of death for a console. Like by the time they got around to releasing a Kirby game, it's like, okay, you're done. You're out of ideas. And it actually got even worse than that.
That's just not
because it was just, and that's what I think. Like it actually became to the point where you had like a Kirby game every other year. It's like they can't possibly be that because that would be just one game per system.
It's kind of fillerware sometimes, but not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're good though. I look at you know, it's funny. I wish I would have had to argue with Bobby because I would have argued that Kirby is the test bed for Nintendo games. Kirby is what makes Nintendo games great.
Of course.
That's the area where they get to be experimental. So when you bring all these crazy, okay, Mario throws his hat, becomes the other character.
Oh, it's a Kirby game. It totally is.
You know, that's the thing. Kirby tests all these things out. That's where they get to, that's their playground. They get to dabble with ideas with Kirby games.
There's the title of this Sweet Hangs episode. If Ryan listens to the entire thing, we'll see if the episode title turns out to be Mario Odyssey is a Kirby game. Ooh. Then we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be really.
But it is. It totally is. It's not even being like clickbaity or anything. Like, what else is it?
It's very Kirby.
It's not a Kirby game.
Very Kirby.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I've always liked that about Kirby. They're always different.
I want to secretly be playing Atelier Rising or whatever it's called. I want to secretly play it and then just
wants to be playing it.
I want to. So here's my plan that I'm telling you in advance to surprise you with later.
Summer.
I will play it. I will beat it, and then we'll jump on. We don't know what we're going to talk about because it's Sweet Hangs, and I will tell you a full review rundown. I'll come with notes. I'll come with the breakdown, like what's it about. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. You've been warned. It's been a really short show. Right?
I don't know why I say we'll see as if you wouldn't do it. Like
I will absolutely leave.
I will see you do that. I will actually watch you get up and get out.
You know what I might? You know what? To keep appearances, I might just mute it, and here's what happened: is I'll be like this. You'll just keep talking. I'll suddenly just be like,
no, do like this, like speed, like just have like a recurring little video clip of you being there and you're nodding every once in a while like you're actually there.
Steven, I do fire up my Vita from time to time, mostly to play the NCAA football game. I'm not gonna lie.
I think tonight I'm gonna get my Vita out and I'm gonna get my my 3DS out.
The 3DS
I'm gonna have them charged out. I think I'm gonna do that.
Dude, I have my 3DS modded like my Wii U. I have every game ever on it. It's got like 4,000 games. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It takes 5 minutes to boot up. Like you just turn it on and it just like loads for like 3 minutes. It
makes a noise.
It like flickers as it's loading all the tiles.
Oh my god, dude! It makes a grunting sound like me when I get up out of a chair.
I would love it if it actually. Here we go. I would love it if it actually like sounded like a hard drive. They had like a little spin noise, like you turn it on. It's like wing. That would be great.
Don't you? Would you like? Are there games that like if somebody bought it for you and said like, please try it? Like, would you still be like, no, thank you for buying this for me, but no.
I don't want to play something that I don't want to play at all.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped reviewing games.
That's pretty simple. Yeah.
I just don't want to play something I don't want to play. I don't like that feeling. It feels forced. I feel like I'm trying too hard. It's
Yeah.
Now, if it was something that I was into, like if I was on the fence, it's like, maybe.
Yeah, that's Danganronpa for me, honestly.
Okay. You know what that game was for me? I hate saying this, but I'm honest to who I am. So that game for me was Senran Kagura. For years,
what are the words that you just said? What?
Everybody, Senran Kagura is a game where this is like one of those weeb games that people hate because it's got all these girls with like, you know, bouncing bits in
Oh, there sure
bikinis and-
are. Look
yeah.
at this. Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing:
Going
it's,
incognito mode.
it's a really fun and like it's funny, and two, it's a good like Warriors game. Like it's a good like beat 'em up game, or at least the couple that I've played. I don't play them all, but the couple that I've played are good like Warriors games, and I like those. I like buttons mashers. So I tried one on a sale. I got it for like $6 on 3DS, I think, or Vita, and I tried it, and I was like, I don't want to admit to the world, like I don't want evidence that I like this game, but it's like I kind of like it. It's kind of fun.
There's a streamer who I watched. His name is Big Fat Matt, and he was playing games like this. It might have been this one, but it was just like it's a tough genre to play publicly.
Yeah, you don't want people to
I would
know that.
say don't know that I
You're
would
just
be
gonna get
broadcasting
shamed.
that. Because like the first thing you see here is like there's all but
I was playing it. I was playing it, and I'll
don't
never
tell the wife.
I was playing it. My wife was sitting next to me, and the one girl smacked the other girl in the ass. My wife was like, "What the hell are you playing?"
Just trying to get cultured. Just trying to see what else is out there. So it's an anime as well. Like you can watch this on Funimation. It looks like.
That's the road too far. I have no idea.
See, like this is the thing that I am interested in learning more and seeing more things. Like I don't want to close my mind to stuff. It's on Steam. Senran Kagura Reflections is on Steam. As a game starring female ninjas, contains partial nudity, sexual themes, and some strong language and descriptions of violence. Players massage the bodies of women in various
Oh, I didn't play that one.
states of undress using different tools, and in one mode, players are able to freely touch the characters.
Let's be clear. I didn't play that one.
Holy! What in the world? I don't even know if I should be clicking on this. Look at reflections. What? Maybe I'll just. Okay, so I was born in 1949, is what I always say. This is my birthday.
They like your jacket.
Let's see this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sean's jacket is absolutely killer. I'm so jealous. Thank you, Steve. This is something I actually got for Turok on the Switch. Yes. Oh, dude, I need to add that to my wish list. That is one that I missed on my wish list. Let's see
see the
here.
original
Turok is
too, dude.
so good.
Look. Oh, it's got.
It's actually got
gyro
motion control aiming.
I
Yeah.
wasn't ready for that.
Turok and Turok 2. What's the deal on this? I
already played and
enough.
beat Turok 2 on Switch. Turok is on sale, Steven. It's half off. Get it for $10.
Yeah, like we might get a little bit silly. My PayPal account is gonna take a bit of a hit tonight, I think.
Sean, the remasters on Switch are so good. They run so fast and smooth.
They are half price, son of a gun.
Oh, Turok 2 is a must-have. If you don't have Turok 2 yet, you got to get. I love Turok 2. Sean, Oblivion is at hand. That's one of those cheat codes I've never forgotten in my entire life. You know that
Oh,
one?
nice. No, I
Oblivion at
don't.
hand unlocks all the weapons in Turok 2. Just get a little cheat code. You type in Oblivion is at hand, and you get every weapon. I remember I was showing my son. My son had he could care less. And I was like, man, it's got what's the core gun that like eats the brains? Like he's
Cerebral bore.
Yeah, and I was like, look at it. It's got all the blood. It's so cool. My son was like,
Yeah, that was so hardcore.
You've got a problem. Kids these days.
Blind Explosion, Senran Kagura Peach Ball on Switch.
I think that's the one I played.
What is this? This is I feel like there's going to be a whole bunch of different genres here. This Reflections game is the one where you massage everybody. What a
Stop
weird.
talking about massaging anime characters. Sean. I brought this up, but now you're making me uncomfortable.
What else is there? Let's see. There's House Party Major Update. There's all these related games on this. But Turok for half price is pretty good. I bought the Donkey Kong DLC for Mario Rabbids.
Good. I love
Did
it.
get that. I didn't buy the gold edition because it was just like I can just pay $10 now. I've got
Yeah.
everything. I've got the
already got
physical edition for Mario Rabbids, and now I've got the Donkey Kong thing. So I'll be playing that. I'll be playing Yakuza. I want to do all the things, Donnie. But tomorrow's I get right back to reality.
Isn't it a bummer?
Back to work. Back to trying to stay active throughout the day. I've been pretty much not moving. I did a bunch of push-ups yesterday on stream. I think it was yesterday. Can't really move today. I'm like trying to adjust myself in my seat, and I can't like lift myself up.
I forgot all about that. Don't you you still owe us 10 push-ups?
I still owe 10 push-ups. Yeah. Mario Golf 2 is still happening. Send around just another Dead or Alive volleyball game.
Oh, that wasn't the one I played. The one I played was like a Dynasty Warriors game. It was a legit Warriors game. I didn't even. I played on Vita. Sure, I played on Vita.
Freaking Turok, man. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be buying too many games here.
At least they're on sale.
That's it. Now I spend the rest of the night combing through sales, making bad decisions. Once I buy one or two, then the wheels are off, man.
I wish more of my games on my wish list were on sale. They're not.
I went through the sales to create my wish list, actually, is what I've done. So I'm at the point where I probably could just buy them all. I don't think that would be very responsible.
Let me go through it again here. See, I want to buy Edith Finch. I just know it's not going to be any good. But I love the game, and I kind of want to have it.
You don't need that one.
I already have it on all the other consoles.
Stevens, they did not say anything about tournaments for Mario Golf. Maybe. Well, I don't think during Treehouse I did not watch it, and I haven't heard anything.
No, I didn't see that on
coming
the
out just yet.
Direct, they just said that they're giving free stuff. That's all they really talked about. Free content.
Rebecca, 23 minutes ago, Rebecca's still posting like theories about Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, we should watch some. I do want to watch some of that. I'm interested in.
She's got sort of like a side-by-side shot of.
Oh no, you don't. I did one of my episodes with Bobby Sean was me diving way into Zelda lore like 3 years
I remember
ago.
that.
I was all in it, but in years I've left. So now I just rely on Zelda to carry me. I rely on Rebecca
it's hard
to carry me. I'm Rebecca, just tell me what I need to know. I can't figure all this out anymore.
I wouldn't have seen any of that, but she was dialed in.
Oh yeah,
after the show,
she
was there. Yeah.
So I definitely got to head over to Zeltic's channel and get caught up, I guess, on all this stuff that I don't know who Mel Gibson Link is and where they came from and all that.
What even is that?
Yeah, I was like, blew my mind.
That's hilarious.
And apparently it was in the game. She was like, yeah, it's in the first game. I'm like, what? I played the game twice. No idea. Never even heard of that. Did you see my tweet that I tweeted her?
No.
I tweeted, it's in the thread. I tweeted, somebody send me a Zeltec video so I can catch up on the stuff Rebecca was talking about. And she wrote back, and I don't even forget what it's called now. Like whatever the link is called. Zion link, something like that. It's got some Niantic link or something. And I was making a joke. I was like, Zion? I was like, is it Zion? Is it the Matrix? And I have a post of Keanu. I was like, live action confirmed?
Blind Explosion knew what you were going to get to even before you did. He said the Zenai.
I
don't even know however long ago that was.
That's a thing.
He put that in the chat. He knew you were getting there.
I'm going to Google it. Zenai.
Sure.
I've never even heard of this, and I've played the game twice. I've beaten it twice. Zenai Link.
Know. What am I getting tagged in here? So who wants to gush over weird Nintendo games with me on the show? Hit me up. And Nintendo Pals, this is from Keep Nintendo Weird podcast. And somebody said Sean Capri should go on that show.
Dev said he's going to try Breath of the Wild again. Yes. Oh, you're making me so happy.
Look at this. He's going to give you that and not Xbox.
That's fine. I'll take it. I'll
One
take
step
it,
at a time.
You know, I might buy Skyrim. I was thinking of buying Skyrim the other day.
I'd like to hear you talk about Skyrim.
I used to love Skyrim. I got way into Skyrim back in the day. And the Switch copy is real good. But now
sounds like an RPG that you like.
Now that I think I'm gonna play Breath of the Wild again, maybe not. I was thinking about it. a few weeks ago because I didn't have anything to play on Switch, and I was like, you know, Skyrim's a good game. Like you can just always play. Like it's just always there. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play it on console, but having it on the go, it's pretty fun.
I think Skinny Matt recently said he's been playing Dragon Quest XI for the last 2.5 years. Like he's legitimately been playing
that legit
giant RPG.
That's a legit Skyrim-esque thing. You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. Let's do it. Fuck it, I'm in.
Yeah.
Skyrim, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, so Series X Edition Day. Can you imagine? Oh, that's actually I see what you're saying. Garrett Bland is saying that the Elder Scrolls Online update, the Series X update, is available.
Yeah.
Well, I need a Sherpa, Garrett Bland. I'm going through all these things.
Dev says, dude. I turned off on Starfield after hearing it's Skyrim in space. Dude, that's why I turned on Starfield. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm totally in for that.
Right?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Let's do
There's
it.
no doubt. There is no doubt in my mind. But I'll still hype responsibly on that one. People need to go check out. I mean, they're already following Rebecca. Everybody Forrest Minish on
Nobody
Twitter.
needs to follow Rebecca. They already do.
No, her timeline is very entertaining right now.
Let me go look at it.
Yeah, it's just constant Zelda.
See how much better this has been running since we've abandoned Melon?
Yeah, Discord's fine. Yeah.
We've had no issues. Not one issue, right? Any issues on your end at all?
Funny enough, not for a while, but funny enough, it was maybe 20 minutes into us being on Discord. I'm like, good, it's back, but it cleared out.
Oh, really? Huh.
It wasn't, no, but it did not, we could still carry on.
Okay.
On Melon, it was like, no, we gotta stop. But
let's see.
You want to tell Ryan that this is the end of the podcast part? We can still hang.
Do we
you just kind of want to surf the internet and release this to the podcast?
So what a weird way to end.
How else do we end the show?
I just stopped the recording. So what do we do? What do we do about the first, the intro bit? Are we just gonna send him that?
I kept going.
Have him
I recorded the entire thing.
Well, I don't think I didn't. So the locals, I don't think are gonna help us at all.
Yeah, send them both.
Kill. Yeah, I would kill your local. That's not gonna do him no good. I didn't keep a local after I fell off and everything. Yeah, I just turned it off. So I think.
Well, Ryan, what do you want to do? Ryan says I'll make it work.
I'll download the intro that we did together, and then I'll send him this on top of it, and then he can just kind of fuse the two together.
That makes sense.
That should work. And then hopefully the intro just isn't so awful at the back. Yeah. Dev,
Ryan,
do you want to come join us? You want to come?
You guys don't even know what happens on the Xbox Drive. Sometimes I'm on the highway and we get disconnected, and I can't even call him back. I can't answer anything because I'm driving, and they'll stitch it back together.
I couldn't do that. That would drive me nuts. That makes sense, but that would drive me nuts.
Sometimes it happens. Yeah. Fairly only happened twice actually, where we've really lost it. Deb's got kiddos to take care of.
I was looking at Rebecca's profile. Yeah, she's got all these compared. She's been killing on Twitter today. I told her that. It's like she's just on top of
crushing it, man.
Yeah, she does. She does crush
it. 2 minutes. Do you see what she just tweeted 2 minutes ago?
Let me refresh.
Best damn tweet of the day.
Oh, the good night tweet? Yeah, I saw that. She's got
Ryan Turford, do it.
She's got all these comps.
Worst case with the edit, I'll insert myself into the show and I'll just talk about Magic the Gathering for 50 minutes to fill time. I just about threw up in his mouth.
Oh,
dude, that is so funny. Oh my gosh, the penguin.
My wife's favorite thing about Mario is that level. That's what she thinks of most. Yep. And when we got the 3D edition, the 3D All-Stars, it's the first thing I did. I booted up that level, I went and grabbed that penguin, and I threw it. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" You thought I committed a crime. Well, no! It was the first thing I did. Yeet the penguin. She got an achievement for that.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet Hangs Part 1.
Blind Explosion says you guys are cut off. What did we do? What did we say?
What do you mean we're cut off?
I think we must have said something offensive.
I get it. Like cutting her off.
I think so. Oh no, visually, look at the stream. Oh, what did look at the?
Oh, I must have resized something. Hang on. Oh, too much.
The boxes are broken.
There, that's sort of, kinda. There we go. Something like that.
I'm just watching the stream. Something like that.
Yeah. About there. Funk show, brother.
Okay, so am I actually going to buy freaking Turok? How much money can I actually spend?
Dude, it's really good. The port's really, really good. It's the best way to play Turok, by far. It runs great. Like a perfect HD 64 game. If they did that for every 64 game, I would give them so much money.
Ryan Turford says, but Sean, Turok is on Xbox.
It is true. It is on Xbox. That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, but you want it on the go. Come on, man. It's Turok. It's Nintendo. You want to play it on the Switch. Think about it, Sean. You're on the bus. There's traffic. You got somewhere to go. What are you going to play?
Cerebral Bore.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Let me see. It hasn't come to Game Pass. How much is it over here? Everything's cheaper on Xbox. Turok. No search results. What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe because I was searching in Game Pass, and maybe I just need to go over to the store.
It's not in Game Pass.
What?
Game Pass is the store.
I'm on the Xbox app. Why do I have PC Building Simulator installed? I've got to get that out of here.
What?
That is a you know, there's a PC Building Simulator.
No, why?
Yeah, you sit in like a room, you got like a box, you pick out all your parts.
That's awful.
Well, how does Dev feel about that?
Can you not get the 3080 in the game too?
Exactly. It's actually not building a PC. You're just like refreshing. What is it? Micro Center, microcenter.com. You're just trying to get it over there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this is an actual like store. Or Turok isn't on the PC. That's why. Maybe that's why.
Well, that
I
was
think
your
you still
problem.
probably find it over here.
PC's the part of the problem. Yeah.
What about on?
It's got to be on Steam for sure.
Steam.
Yeah, it's definitely on Steam. I know that for sure. Still can't believe you don't want to get it.
Sure is $21.99.
It's Switch.
Oh, there's Forsaken. Oh, that's a good game. That's a good old PC game.
Yeah,
Forsaken.
they
Wow.
redid that too. Let's see here.
Oh man.
Wheat Hangs Google Drive folder.
Oh yeah, I gotta upload.
No.
That's
Don't.
probably done now.
Files, show recordings. So I've got length. There we go.
Two-and-a-half-hour MP3 sending over to Ryan.
I've got
Including the
Sweet
start.
Hangs part 1 and 2 going over. You'll have to cut off the robot version of 1 and then just kind of snap 2 in there. That should go to weather pretty well. I hope. Anyway.
Ryan can make it work.
You can do it, Ryan. We believe in you.
Ryan, do it. Xbox.com. Let's see. Now I'm searching all the sales. What have you done to me, Donnie?
I didn't see any sales anywhere else. Is there like a big Xbox sale going on?
I think so.
Xbox.com.
These are full price. These are absolutely
See,
full price.
My issue with Xbox sales is I feel like the same games go on sale on Xbox all the time.
Yeah.
Like they're just all, I have them all. It's the same games that's always been on sale.
Deals unlocked. Yeah. This is what they want you to pay attention to. The new Call of Duty game is pretty much, it's 40% off.
On sale. I've got Chivalry 2,
Oh, isn't that on Game Pass?
Rust. Biomutant is not even on sale. I clicked on sale and Biomutant's here for $60. What? Let me refresh. All right. Battlefield 5. Look at there. Get Grand Theft Auto, Far Cry. It Takes Two. At least that's on sale. I mean, that's pretty good.
So many of these games are on Game Pass, so it's like, why?
The Tomb Raider trilogy. That's pretty good.
Two of them are.
Yeah. I've never wanted to play Sekiro.
Yeah, 60% off.
What about Prototype 2? I've never played that.
I never played it.
So $8. What do you think, chat? Prototype, yeah or nay? Welcome to New York Zero. A devastating viral outbreak has claimed the lives of Sergeant James Heller's family, transformed him into a prototype. You've shape-shifting abilities. This doesn't look very good.
There are so... Imagine this being in like a Walmart when you go to like these sale pages and there's like 200 per page.
Yeah.
Like, this would be in a bin, you know? Oh, Dead or Alive
Right.
season
Prototype
pass.
2 is real bad.
Dead or Alive 6 is $18 in Canadian.
Dead Island. Did we ever find out if that Dead Island 2 trailer is real or fake? I never followed up
I don't
on
know.
that. Hey, you can get
I
The
don't
Witcher
know.
for $10.
You gotta buy Witcher for $10.
It's pretty good. There's a Far Cry bundle.
Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions is $10, down from $25 in Canada.
That's pretty good. You can get Mad Max for $5.
I can't believe it was all that.
I didn't like
Oh
Mad Max,
yeah,
the
that's a
game.
great game for $5.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
li-
for
I didn't like it
especially
as
for
much.
$5.
But yeah, $5. It's not
It's a
bad.
podcast game. It's a podcast game. You just listen to something else. You listen to us wandering around on a
Storefronts.
sales page. Mm-hmm.
Little Nightmares
This
2
is what
is
it- I-
$5 off. That's a game that I've been wanting to try.
The second one.
Yeah. I didn't like the first one, but I wanted to. All the podcasts
Yeah,
I
that-
listened to said the second one was way better, but I don't know if I believe them.
I just think if you already think the best of those games is Limbo or Inside, then it's going to be hard to kind of win you over on that. Or if you just want more of that and you're okay with it not being as good as Limbo or Inside, then
That was my thing. I just didn't think it was. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
it just lives in the same space. Like it's kind of hard to separate those.
On Xbox, you can get Control Ultimate Edition for $16.
Oh yeah,
That's not bad at all.
I'm so bad at these Mega Man games, but then they do this stuff, and I'm like, why do I want to be buying all these Mega Man games?
Yeah, no. Sleeping Dogs
have all these
Definitive
bundles.
Edition for $4.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've got that for $5 before. That's how I played that.
It's pretty good.
There's a Mega Man 30th anniversary bundle, which includes Legacy Collection, Legacy Collection 2, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, and Legacy Collection 2. There's a lot of Mega Man here, and Mega Man 11. These are all the Mega Man. All the Mega Man are here,
Crash Team
and
Racing
it's
for
$55.
That's a lot for Mega Man. I don't care if it's every Mega Man. That's
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but there's a lot of Mega Man. That's a lot of Mega Men.
It's a lot of dollars.
That's all you need.
I
Or I
don't
could
do,
buy-
I don't do Mega Man though. I never have.
I'm not very good at it either. Jason wants
Yeah,
me to
it's-
play
it's
them.
hard.
They're on my wish list. They're on my wish list on Switch, which I feel like is where I would actually end up playing the games.
Yeah.
Just seems more at home. I thought I put them on my wish list. Did I add these? Load more. Oh yeah, I got a much bigger wish list over here.
I gotta play the Outer Worlds. I never even tried it.
Oh yeah, I'm part of the way through it.
With the second with the trailer for the second one, maybe they've earned me at least booting it up for once. Giving it the old try.
Yes, they definitely did. There's like an amiibo
so
edition.
many of these games I've either already gotten or they're just the same games. How to Survive. God, I've been seeing that game for so many years. Zoo Tycoon.
Sleep Dogs.
This-
They're on my other wish list.
This
Hey,
is bleak, man.
Macro.
Just Cause.
Everybody says buy Sleeping Dogs.
I've never played it, and
Pass on Mega Man.
I've heard great things about Sleeping Dogs for a long time. I never played it. It was like Dishonored in that way for me. I won't buy it, guys. I won't buy it because I got Judgment, and whenever I get time to just go surfing through a game, like I've got to get back to Judgment. I bought that one, and I only played it for like 4 hours before I started playing other things.
What's Judgment?
It's a Yakuza game. It's like the Yakuza spin-off game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Judgment.
Okay, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I bought that. So
I wouldn't have done that.
Titanfall 2 is $4. It's a great game. Yeah. If you don't have Game Pass, get it.
If you don't have Game Pass,
Get it. You can get the Metal Gear Solid collection for half off.
I am not good at those games, and I don't think I ever will
love
be
Metal
good
Gear.
at those.
The old
games.
ones.
Do you really?
I hated Metal Gear 5. Everybody loved it. It was like the game of the year. I hated Metal Gear 5. But Metal Gear Solid, like 1 and 2, those were my jam.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's this rumor that they're going to remake Metal Gear. I am here for it, Sean. I am so excited. I hope that comes true. I hope it comes. I would never give Blue Point so much money. I would be so excited for a original Metal Gear Solid remake. That's high up on my bucket list. That'd be great. I would hate that it's
That's
exclusive.
telling me to pass on Mega Man.
Like everybody should be able to play that game, but even if it is exclusive, that'd be worth getting a system for. Gotta buy that game. Gotta play
There's
that game.
too much.
You can get Tekken. That's the other thing about Tekken. Tekken isn't even on Switch. And here's the Tekken fighter. It's not even on Switch. But I mean, Persona wasn't on Switch when Joker arrived either, so. But at least they
That means it's coming.
At least they fixed it. Game Pass has made all of this so not important. Here I am going through.
Have you played Lego City Undercover?
Oh yeah.
Lego City Undercover, I think is like $5 on Switch.
You didn't play that on Wii U?
I played on Wii U. No,
that game is amazing.
Played it on PlayStation as well.
And the Switch version was
very,
really good.
very good for
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here I am with Sonic Mania still in my wish list. Sonic Forces.
Stop it. Delete it. Yeet that trash.
Mega Man X Legacy Worms WMD is $10. Persona 5 Strikers is by far the most expensive item on my wish list because it's $52 down from $80.
That right there, he's talking about Metal Gear Solid. That right there and a 2D Metroid announced in the same year, and I'll retire from podcasting with Donnie. Maybe that's what me and Dev. Maybe that's what happens. I'll close the shows, and me and Dev will just call it we'll do the retired podcaster show or something. We a spin off.
That'd be so funny. Just the things that it's almost like a bucket list. Just like if these crazy things happen, then that's it. I'll just
I'm good.
I'll turn it off.
We're real good to just
Yeah, that's all we needed. Yeah. That's all we were looking for.
Yep.
Sonic is hot garbage, says Garrett Bland.
I'm going through these sales on Xbox.
Yeah,
it's like just
on Xbox,
all
it's
in
not
Game Pass. It's like none of this matters.
Yeah. Are the old Metal Gear stuff, is that in Game Pass too?
You can get Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD on Xbox for $20.
That's a lot. That actually surprises me.
Sean's like, too much.
Well, not if more is coming and it's going to be a little bit more than that,
Hey, has anybody ever played this game? It's called, I saw this on Switch last week and I was thinking about getting it because it had a decent little...
God.
It's called Super Soccer Blast America versus Europe. Has anybody played that?
Hey, I have a code for that if you want to try it.
I do. I would like to try it. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, that looks I like soccer games.
Here.
I don't know if it's any good though.
Here, let's see.
It's on sale.
What was it called? Super Soccer?
Super Soccer Blast America versus Europe. And it kind of looks like an arcadey. At least I'm hoping it's an arcadey FIFA type thing is what I'm hoping for. It's got kind of like this Wii Sports look.
I wanted to get to this. Yeah, here.
Oh, well, thank you. You're so kind. All the Double Dragon games are on sale. You could do that.
All these games that I think Garrett Bland would like.
Just give them to me, and I'll just shit on
Talisman.
them. I'll just shit on them for weeks, Sean.
Officially licensed multiplayer version of the classic fantasy adventure board game Talisman. On your travels, you'll need strength, courage, and some good dice rolls to survive your dangers to face and beat your opponents to the center of the board. Garrett Bland, if you want that, you hit me up, man. I will give you that code.
Look at his Talisman is great. He's all on it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Did he have it? I got too many windows open here. Here we go. Talisman is great. That's so funny, dude. Here's a whisper to you. Where'd it go? I'll just do it in Discord.
Yeah, I'm not going to get Double Dragon.
There you go, Garrett.
Did you see
in your Discord?
Did you see the Silent Hill tease?
No.
There's a Silent Hill tease on Twitter that Devin shared with me. Some studio was like, "We'll see you next week," and they give the name of the game that they're making, but they give you the first and the last letter. And it looks like Silent
it's
Hills.
SL?
Yeah. Yep.
No. Oh, Silent Hills, so it'd be SS?
I think so. I don't remember. It was something like that. Debbie, you have to share it. He says, do you guys have nothing to play? I mean, I could play Ratchet right now, but I'm hanging out with Sean. Like, we're just hanging out. It's fun.
Lots to play. I've got Mario Rabbids on deck on my Switch. I've got Yakuza ready to go. It's in quick resume, ready to get back up. But yeah, this is a major problem, Dev. Why am I not playing?
If you
games?
guys want to play something, we can
This is
get
an
off
issue.
of this, and I can go sit on my chair, and I can just get on the voice chat in like your channel, and we can just hang out while we play stuff too. Like we don't have to just sit here live.
Good idea.
We can do that.
We can do
Anybody want to have a hangout on Sean's Discord? We can just hang out and play stuff.
Just in a voice channel and just
Yeah,
hang out and play.
I'll play
whatever
some
we want.
Ratchet. You can play something. You play your Mario
Yeah,
Rabbids.
that's dope. I
Wait,
like that a lot.
It's not
Yep.
Silent Hill? I asked you if this was for real, and you said yes. You bastard.
We wanted to set things straight. We have
You
no relations
bastard.
with Konami. Silent Hill is owned by Konami. We do not have any relations with
They
Hideo
should have
Kojima.
known
It was
better.
never an attention.
I'm blocking them. That's what they get. Block and muted. F you guys. That's ridiculous. Are you serious? I was so excited, Dev. Sean, don't listen to him. I asked him, I said, is this for real? Because I thought it was a troll. And he was like, yeah, it's for real. And I was so excited. I gave him 2 hype faces.
What is going on outside?
Uh-oh. Is it the end of
there like a-
days? Is it happening in Canada?
Storm? He thinks like there's just shit blowing around all over the place. Is it wind? Like, what the hell's going on out there? Instead of actually going to look, I'm looking at my phone to say like, what's the weather like 6 feet away from me? The internet will tell me. I can't tell.
Batman.
Wind
Red Dead
is-
Redemption.
20 kilometers an hour. That's not windy.
Yeah, that's a nice little breeze.
Look at all
Oh,
that
you
stuff,
said I
guys.
don't think it is. Oh, I didn't. Maybe I misread. Maybe I misspoke. What is the dodgeball thing? We're out here, hunting, sweating like pigs or whatever. Like from dodgeball, like Ben Stiller. Maybe that
remember
was
that
me
scene.
in Discord earlier. I have to go. Let's go check. Let's go pull the tape. Let's go pull.
Dude,
the tape.
there's this tweet here. I'll put it in. Well, actually, put it in the
Yeah,
the Twitch
he did.
chat
He
here. While we're
did.
still
He
here.
said, "I don't think it is," and I read that as it is. You can even see that I responded to him with hype faces. He said, "I don't think it is," and I'm like, so excited.
Obviously misread.
It's so stupid. He should have corrected me. He said, "I don't think it. I 100% read that as I think it is." Oh God, that's so funny.
Dude, look at the cutscene. Look at the tweet I just put in the Twitch chat here.
So
There's a
sad.
cutscene from Metroid.
Oh yeah, where is this?
They should have shown this
Oh, in the Twitch chat
during the
that's
direct.
right. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, the cutscenes are really good. Yeah, I saw this earlier.
That looks so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's
Sure.
exciting.
That's pretty
Metroid.
snazzy, says Ryan.
Metroid. It's gonna be fun. All right, so are we hopping in chat? We're playing games. Is that what we're doing? Is anybody joining us? Is it just
Let's
us?
do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna change it out of my jacket.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another
I'm gonna
drink.
do it. I'll be right there in a couple of minutes.
All right,
Yep, good idea.
cool.
Let's do this, friends.
Hopefully, you guys come hang out with us. Let's go play
Okay,
some
man.
games.
Sweet hangs.
Sweet hangs.
Play some video games.